wouldn't have a clue, because you're near me. And I want to thank you for giving me the best day of my life. And just to be with you is having the best day of my life. And I want to thank you for giving me the best day of my life. And just to be with you is having the best day of my life.
This is Nationwide 90 FM, owned and operated by Nationwide News Network. We broadcast from our studios at 6 Bradley Avenue, Kingston 10, Jamaica. Transmitting on the FM 90 band. 90.3 from Peters Rock in St. Andrew and Murphy Hill in St. Anne. Serving Kingston and St. Andrew, St. Catherine, St. Anne, parts of Clarendon, St. Mary, and St. Thomas. 90.5 from Huntley in Manchester. Transmitting to St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Manchester, Clarendon, rural St. Andrew, and parts of St. Thomas. And 90.7 from Cooper's Hill in St. Andrew and Flower Hill in St. James. Serving Westmoreland, Hanover, St. James, sections of Trelawney, Kingston, St. Catherine, Clarendon, St. Mary, Portland, and St. Anne. Nationwide 90 FM also broadcasts on the World Wide Web on nationwideradiojm.com and on Flow on channel 916. Nationwide 90 FM, a revolution in media. You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
6 o'clock.
From the studios of Nationwide Radio, morning radio the right way. It's Nationwide This Morning.
A very good morning to you. I'm Tona Thomas. Coming up in the news at 6 for this morning, Thursday, December 21, 2023. The Hanover police are seeking witnesses to assist in the probe of the Hopewell High School bursar's murder. Founder of Hear the Children's Cry, Betty Ann Blaine, says that 2023 has been a year of child brutality. The BOJ's Monetary Policy Committee has agreed to maintain the policy interest rate at 7%, believing core inflation remains contained. The National Irrigation Commission has resumed supply of irrigation services to sections of St. Catherine following oil spill in the Rio Cobre. In regional news, Suriname's ex-dictator sentenced to 20 years in prison for the 1982 killings of political opponents. In international news, voting has been extended into a second day in the Democratic Republic of Congo's presidential election after widespread chaos yesterday. In sports, Captain Rovman Powell is urging fans to rally around the West Indies for their deciding game of the 5-match T20 series against England. And in business, VMBS extending its opening hours to meet the needs of its customers this week. The details after the break.
I earn hugs and rewards.
I earn smiles and rewards.
Whatever you get from giving your gifts this holiday season is made even better when you use your Sagicor Bank credit card, because you'll earn rewards on every dollar you spend.
I earn.
Dad, you're the best!
Use your Sagicor Bank credit card to do all your holiday spending and earn the best rewards ever. Conditions apply.
Catch the first news of the day, a comprehensive package of local, international, sports, and business news. The news at 6 on Nationwide 90 FM.
Now to the details. Commanding officer for the Hanover Police Division, Superintendent Ian Mowat, is calling on the public to share information that can assist the police with their investigation into the murder of Hopewell High School bursar. 35-year-old Jermaine Roberts of a St. James address was shot minutes to 4 Wednesday afternoon by a gunman as he was about to drive off the school compound. Roberts reportedly died on the spot. School principal Byron Grant, who was on the outside at the time of the shooting, reportedly jumped through a glass window and sustained injuries. He was taken to a medical facility for treatment. The institution is heavily secured with video cameras which are of assistance to investigators, but Superintendent Mowat is appealing to witnesses to the shooting to come forward.
I can confirm that the bursar, Mr. Roberts, is deceased as a result of gunshot wounds sustained during the attack. And the investigation is at a very sensitive stage. We use this opportunity to appeal to all the witnesses who may have seen or heard something to speak up, assist the police to bring this investigation to a very speedy conclusion.
Superintendent Ian Mowat, commanding officer for the Hanover Police Division. This is the second individual to be murdered at the 17-year-old Hopewell High School. In 2010, a 32-year-old New Testament Church of God minister Kevin Dixon was shot and killed on the compound by a gunman posing as a parent. Reverend Dixon had gone to the school to collect his job confirmation letter to take up a teaching post at the institution. Now, the St. Catherine Police Division has issued a wanted person notice for a man in connection with a recent murder in the parish. He has been identified as a 34-year-old Peter Delon Davis, known by the aliases Devils and Devilman. Davis has the last known addresses in the Penn District of Riversdale and West Prospect, Bogwalk in St. Catherine. The incident reportedly occurred in the early hours of Sunday, December 17, 2023, in the Penn District, Riversdale area. The police indicate that Davis went to the home of a 40-year-old Kemisha Barrett, the mother of his children, and shot and killed 30-year-old carpenter Richard Swaby. Swaby, who is also known as Richie or Billy, is the current partner of Barrett. Following the shooting, Davis reportedly fled the scene on foot. The police are urging the public to report any sightings or other information immediately. Davis is considered to be dangerous and the public is advised against approaching him. They are requested to contact police emergency at 119, Crime Stop at 311, the NIB tip line at 811, or the nearest police station. A year of child brutality. That's the word from founder of Hear the Children's Cry, Betty and Blaine, on how the year 2023 has impacted the nation's children.
Certainly disappointed, angered by much of what happened this year. It's not just this year, right? But year after year, it seems to get worse. And this year has been a year, if you want to title it, would be a year of child brutality, savagery to children. I mean, we've had these kinds of reports year after year. But we've noticed that the crimes are getting more frequent and the type of brutality attached or associated with how these children were killed is quite disturbing and distressing.
Since January, several of the nation's children have fallen victim to murders and incidents of violent assault. Ms. Blaine says more work must be done in the coming year to find ways to protect the country's young people.
We are extremely concerned about what's happening with our children, and we're going to have to find solutions. We can't go into another year with this type of thing. We were fed on a steady diet of child murders in Jamaica this year. We're going to have to find solutions. I mean, we're talking the Prime Minister and others about dealing with violence in this society, but we're going to have to find a way to address the problem. What's the root of the problem, and how do we get to the root of the problem? We can't just be spinning our wheels and talking like this day after day, year after year.
Betty and Blaine, founder of Hear the Children's Cry, she was speaking on Nationwide at 5 on Wednesday. The Bank of Jamaica BOJ says its Monetary Policy Committee has agreed to maintain the policy interest rate at 7%, believing core inflation remains contained. The country's annual headline inflation rate in November 2023 of 6.3% exceeded that of October's rate of 5.1%. The BOJ says core inflation for the month of November is 5.6%, which is in line with the average for the past 3 months. It says this reading indicates that core inflation is being contained, which in turn bodes well for the longer-term inflation outlook. Strong inflows from remittances and tourism were cited as the main reasons for the stabilization of the exchange rate, as well as the declining nature of the key drivers of headline inflation. Now, deposit dollarization, which reflects the proportion of United States dollar deposits to total deposits, has also been on a downward trend, recording its lowest level since December 2011. The BOJ says international oil and grain prices were lower than what it forecasted. Inflation in the economies of Jamaica's main trading partners has also trended downward. Now, Minister of Finance Dr. Nigel Clark says it's important that Jamaica match other countries with regards to regulating virtual assets. This follows an announcement by Dr. Clark on Tuesday in the House of Representatives that the government is moving to regulate virtual assets such as cryptocurrencies. A cryptocurrency is a digital or virtual currency secured by cryptography. Speaking Wednesday evening on Nationwide at 5, Dr. Clark says that leaving virtual assets unregulated leaves certain Jamaicans susceptible to being victims of crime.
Having up-to-date anti-money laundering laws and laws that aid in the countering of the financing of terrorism is in Jamaica's own interest. Right? Because if we don't have those laws, then it's difficult to take the profit out of crime. And as we know, a lot of criminal activity is motivated by the pursuit of profit. And with respect to virtual assets, if virtual assets are not regulated in Jamaica, what can happen is that, profits from crime can be hidden. It's in the national interest that we have some kind of regulatory framework, as exists in other countries.
Dr. Clark says the regulations fall in line with Jamaica's end goal of fulfilling its Financial Action Task Force (FATF) obligations before its next evaluation scheduled for 2026. He says at the time of the last assessment by the task force, cryptocurrencies had gained traction in the global landscape. Dr. Clark says this means that Jamaica must regulate cryptocurrency in time to remain compliant with the force in the area of new technologies in the next assessment.
Virtual assets of the time that we are discussing are relatively new, meaning in the last several years. This is not a decade old. Remember, the background is Jamaica was assessed as being below satisfactory compliance levels in 23 out of 40 regulations, and now the progress we've made is that we're only seen as non-compliant in 3 out of 40, and one of the 3 is in this area that we're discussing. And the recommendations is on new technologies, and at the last assessment that we had, we were seen as compliant in new technologies because there were no new technologies at that time that would have threatened our AML regime.
Dr. Nigel Clark, Minister of Finance. The National Irrigation Commission Limited, NIC, has resumed a supply of irrigation services to sections of St. Catherine. The NIC says the St. Catherine Health Department has given approval for the resumption of services that had been disrupted due to a reported oil spill in the Rio Cobre. The Commission had previously shut down its irrigation system, the Rio Cobre irrigation system, due to a potential risk to the water quality. The National Environment and Planning Agency has served an enforcement notice on Trade Winds Citrus, the owners of the property from which oil reportedly was found, or from which oil reportedly found its way into the Rio Cobre. Now, Agriculture Minister Floyd Green is rejecting claims that the distribution of fertilizer to farmers across the country is being done on a partisan basis. The distribution of fertilizer forms part of efforts to enhance agricultural productivity and ensure adequate food supply.
One, rather, separately as an entity, is used in the fertilizer and will be distributed in the fertilizer to help its production programs. We do have about 12 priority crops that we try to help in terms of production, and we're going to be driving that. So farmers in those priority crops will get some support. Clearly, we've also earmarked some of the fertilizer to help in relation to our disaster recovery. And members of parliament do get their own separate allocation because, again, a number of farmers reach out directly to their MP. And it doesn't matter whether you are a JLP MP or a PMP MP, but that is the small part of the allocation. But people can rest assured that in the distribution of agricultural input and agricultural items, we are ensuring that it is not partisan and that it is done through the various entities.
The minister acknowledges that there's a gap between the time these programs are announced and the start of the distribution process.
We have to do a better job of being able to show, to say, listen, we got 100 bags of fertilizer. These are the farmers who got. These are the things that they plant. And then to show how this has helped in driving production. And clearly, we always have to kind of stay on top of the ball to ensure there's accountability and make sure that people are not abusing the system. So we continuously put in programs to lead to that transparency and lead to that accountability.
Floyd Green, Minister of Agriculture. Meanwhile, Minister Green says his ministry will continue to drive its import substitution programs, especially in the small ruminants industry. In November, the government removed a general consumption tax, GCT, on the importation of horses, pigs, cows, and goats.
We're really looking to increase our production of goat meat to satisfy a very big demand that we have in our country. Unfortunately, we still import about 80% of what we consume as goat meat, and as such, we've been taking a number of policy directives to ensure that we can get those herd numbers up. But definitely over the next 3 years, we should start seeing those herd numbers go up, and we should start seeing a significant impact being made in bringing down some of that importation of goat meat. And I think last year we were at about $1 billion Jamaican dollars in importation of goat meat.
Floyd Green, Agriculture Minister. And that's it for the local segment of the news. Up next, the regional and international.
Mosquitoes can spread diseases such as dengue fever. Common symptoms of dengue include fever, severe headache, pain behind the eyes, muscle pain, joint pain, skin rash, nausea, and vomiting. If you feel you have dengue fever, visit your doctor or health center, rest, drink lots of fluids, use only paracetamol for pain. Do not take aspirin or other painkillers. Protect yourself from dengue and other mosquito-borne diseases. A message from the Ministry of Health.
God bless you to get this a contract. But we need money for buy tools.
Woman, don't worry about that. From me find out about Total Tools, me realize it. Them rate everything. Chakama, chainsaw, backhoe, forklift, water pump, light tower, and so we can work night and day and get the job done fast.
Total Tools Rental. Rent tools. Big tools, small tools, long tools, short tools. Total Tools, Main Street, Ocherius and the Slipe Road, Kingston. From a pin to an anchor. Call 876-908-0667 or 876-994-1653. Total Tools.
In regional and international news this morning, regional news, Suriname's former dictator Desi Buterte has been sentenced to 20 years in prison for the murders of 15 opponents of the then military regime in December 1982. Butterse was sentenced on Wednesday, ending a historic 16-year legal process. The 78-year-old was previously sentenced in the case in 2019 and in 2021, but had appealed both decisions. But the court on Wednesday upheld his conviction. The latest sentencing is seen as final, with no more appeals allowed. The judge handed down 20 years, given the ex-president's age, and that it was the highest sentence allowed at the time of the killings. The former president remains chair of the National Democratic Party, and some fear unrest in parts of Suriname. Die-hard supporters call him boss and have maintained they will not accept a conviction. Butterse has urged calm several times. Tight security measures were in place in parts of the capital of Paramount. International news now. Voting has been extended into a second day in the Democratic Republic of Congo's presidential election after widespread problems led to delays in many places on Wednesday. The head of the Electoral Commission estimated that at least 70% of voters had the chance to cast their ballots. President Felix Tshisekedi faces 18 candidates as he seeks a second term in this high-stakes election. 4 of his challengers have called for their entire poll to be cancelled. Martin Fayulu, runner-up in the disputed 2018 presidential election, described the situation as total chaos. He told Reuters News that if all the people don't vote in all the polling stations indicated by the Independent National Electoral Commission, we don't accept these elections. Another presidential candidate, Nobel Peace Laureate Denis Mukwege, alleges that the electoral fraud of the century was taking place. Mr. Fayulu and Mr. Mukwege were joined by 2 other candidates in calling for a rerun. And that's it for regional and international. Up next, sports.
Do you or someone you know have a drug, drinking, or gambling problem? Mental health issues or COVID fatigue? Rise Life Management Services offers treatment, telephone counseling, and information 7 days a week from 8:30 a.m. to 12 midnight. Call us toll-free at 1-888-991-4146 and after 4:30 at 876-967-3779. All information will be treated confidentially. Rise, changing lives for the better.
Price Smart offers a comprehensive eye exam for you and up to 3 guests at no additional cost. Get everything under one roof: electronics, groceries, meats, bakery, home products, and much more. We're open Mondays to Saturdays 9 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. and Sundays 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. until December 23. Too busy to visit us at Red Hills Road or Brayton Parkway? Then click and go through our app or visit our website at pricesmart.com 7 days a week. Price Smart. One membership, many benefits.
Tired of the high interest rates and the whole heap of loan payments every month? Take a debt consolidation loan from AIM to pay credit card bills and all other high interest rate loans from other institutions. Make one low monthly payment to AIM and take home some extra money in your pocket. That's financial freedom. One loan, one low payment, more money in your pocket. Call AIM today to lower your loan payment. And remember, you won't find a better deal elsewhere. Guaranteed.
In your morning sports report, West Indies captain Rovman Powell is calling on the fans to rally around the Caribbean side for the deciding game in their 5-match T20 International Series against England at the Brian Lara Stadium starting at 3 p.m. Jamaica time on Thursday. The teams have split the first 2 games, with the West Indies twice letting slip opportunities to close out the series. Powell says though the players must show up with their A game to beat the world champions, he believes that the fans must also play a major role.
It's a final. When it comes to final situation, West Indies normally triumph. So just come out Thursday and support the boys. Sometimes you guys are the most important member of the team, the 12 man. Come out in your maroon and support the boys, and hopefully we can pull it off.
Rovman Powell. The European Court of Justice has ruled that banning clubs from joining a European Super League ESL was unlawful, and UEFA and FIFA are abusing a dominant position. It comes after a case was brought by the ESL and its backers claiming UEFA and FIFA were breaking competition law by threatening to sanction those who joined the breakaway league. While the ECJ, Europe's highest court, found against the governing bodies, it added that did not mean a breakaway league would necessarily be approved. An initial report released last December by the ECJ said the rules of football's European and world governing bodies were compatible with EU competition law. The verdict will be seen as a blow to the authority of UEFA and FIFA and how they govern the game. However, UEFA said it was confident in the robustness of rules it had brought in since the ESL was first proposed, and that they would comply with all relevant European laws and regulations. It added that it trusted that football's existing setup would be safeguarded against the threat of breakaways by European and national laws. The ESL was set to be a new midweek competition consisting of 2 groups of 10 teams, followed by a playoff phase. Now, leaders Mount Pleasant will look to bounce back from defeats in their last 2 games when they take on Treasure Beach in the Ray and Nephew Jamaica Premier League at Stets this afternoon at 3. The champions have secured only 1 point in their last 3 outings, but should still start favourites against their 12th place opponents. In the other fixtures, Portmore United play Limehall Academy, Harbourview face Vere United, Cavalier battle Tivoli Gardens, and Dunby Holden take on Humber Lion. Former head coach of the Jamaica national senior women's football team, Lauren Donaldson, has been appointed head coach of the U.S. Women's Soccer League outfit Chicago Red Stars. The 68-year-old Donaldson, who guided Jamaica to a historic round of 16 spot at the last FIFA Women's World Cup earlier this year, was appointed in time for the NSWL draft. The Red Stars management says, given his track record playing and coaching at various levels, Donaldson is the right person for the job at this time. The former Kingston College star is due in Chicago in the coming weeks to help the Red Stars organization prepare for the draft scheduled for January. The new season of the National Women's Soccer League is due to kick off on Saturday, March 16, 2024. Despite his brilliance at the World Cup, Donaldson was not given a new contract by the Jamaica Football Federation when the old one expired at the end of September. And that's it for your morning sports.
Refrain from overloading your extension cords. This may cause a fire. This Christmas safety tip is brought to you by the Ministry of National Security.
Drive into Christmas with a brand new Hyundai vehicle with no loan payment until May 2024. Yes, Hyundai pays for your first 5 loan payments, plus 2 years free service, 5 years warranty, and 0 processing fees. No more waiting on taxis or hitching rides. Get your Hyundai vehicle with 5 free payments on Duro this Christmas. Limited time offer while stocks last. Hyundai. Conditions apply.
In business this morning, VM Building Society, VMBS, says it will be putting extraordinary measures in place this week, including extending its opening hours to meet the needs of its customers. VMBS says the opening hours at all 16 branches island-wide will be extended in seeking to ensure that its members are served efficiently during the busy lead-up to Christmas. The Building Society also noted that it will be increasing replenishments of its ABM network so that members will have better access to cash this week as well as on the weekend, Christmas Day and Boxing Day. Chief Executive Officer of VMBS, Paul Elliott, says that they understand that this time will be a very busy week for its members with lots of demands and an increased need for their services. He says in response, the team will rally to provide additional support by extending opening hours and fortifying supplies at all 32 ABMs across the island this week and next week. VMBS noted that it will extend its opening hours at all its branches until 3:30 p.m. on Wednesday, December 20. That was yesterday. Today, Thursday, December 21, and tomorrow, December 22. Normal opening hours will resume on Wednesday, December 27. It also emphasized that aligned with the stance taken by other local financial institutions, RTGS transactions will be extended until 5 p.m. daily until Friday, December 22. Now, gas prices are going up this morning. Motorists will pay $2.60 more for a litre of 87-octane gasoline. 90-octane will also be sold for $2.60 more. Automotive diesel oil will go up by $3.95. Ultra-low sulfur diesel will also go up by $3.95. Meanwhile, kerosene goes up by 25 cents, but propane cooking gas will go down by 90 cents. Butane will be sold for $1.61 less as well. Marketing companies and retailers will add their markups to these prices. Finally, in business this morning, in foreign exchange trading, the Jamaican dollar has gained 12 cents and opens trading today, selling for an average $155.70 against the benchmark US dollar. The Jamaican gained 6 cents and opens trading today, selling for $116.93 against the Canadian. And finally, the Jamaican dollar has also gained 29 cents and opens trading this morning, selling for an average $196.34 against the British pound. That's it for business this morning.
It's This Morning on Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
6:29.
This Christmas, give your family the gift of relaxation with the Singer Family Getaway. Shop from November 23 to December 31 and spend $20,000 before GCT to get a chance to win your family a 4-day, 3-night stay at a luxurious, all-inclusive hotel. Get the best brands of appliances and electronics, plus the best quality furniture, and make it the best Christmas ever with Singer. $650,000 in prizes to be won. So shop now for more chances to win. Conditions apply. See the website for details. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming, and Lotteries Act.
Every family is counting on financial stability. Every entrepreneur is counting on the power to grow. Every dreamer is counting on a plan to succeed. And in every success story, it's the first step that counts. GK Mutual Funds, with investments in local and international markets, helps you build your own wealth. It's the perfect start to your financial journey. Visit gk-capital.com for more. GK Mutual Funds, powered by GK Capital and Unit Trust Corporation.
ABC Electrical takes this opportunity to wish good health and prosperity to all their valued customers and contractors for their business. They send a hearty thank you and gratitude for the support and look forward to serving you even better in the coming year. ABC, a better choice in the electrical business.
Unwrap the gift of relaxation at Totally Male Spa this Christmas.
From peppermint perfection to missile head-to-toe magic, we have the perfect spa packages to pamper that special meal, all starting at $6,000. Book his appointment early or purchase a gift certificate or e-gift card this season. Visit us at 6 Windsor Avenue, Kingston 5 or hop online totallymailspa.com to purchase an e-gift card from anywhere in the world. Totally Mail. Unwrap his relaxation.
From advice, you don't know Lali, Shot and Charlie. And I have a message from Bank of Jamaica to the entire Jamaica. Hey, if you make change for the 5 grand, 5 grand. Now if you chaffer with a bag of 1,000, just use the brand new 2 grand. Bank of Jamaica, if you tell you the new note, don't stress them, wash or bleach them. Don't iron or exposed to each friend. Don't ripen or experiment. Don't crease and don't crush them. Don't bore them, just store them. The new note them, the new note them, the new note them. Hey, from the advice you don't know Lali, Shot and Tally. And that was a message from Bank of Jamaica. DOJ, them deaf, them better listen to this. Hey, yeah. The new note them. Hey, the new note them. 50, 100, and 5. Polymer notes, and the 5 grand. The new note them, bang. Hey, the new note them, yeah.
This Christmas, give your family the gift of relaxation with the Singer Family Getaway. Shop from November 23 to December 31 and spend $20,000 before GCT to get a chance to win your family a 4-day, 3-night stay at a luxurious, all-inclusive hotel. Get the best brands of appliances and electronics plus the best quality furniture and make it the best Christmas ever with Singer. $650,000 in prizes to be won. So shop now for more chances to win. Conditions apply. See the website for details. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming, and Lotteries Act.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. with the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's the happiest season of all, with those holiday greetings and gay happy meetings when friends come to call. It's the happiest season of all. There'll be parties for hosting, marshmallows for toasting, and caroling out in the snow. There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing when loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful time of the scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will
Good morning to you. You're tuned in to Nationwide this morning. NTM, the big show. Thank you so much for joining us in this space. Happy Thursday to you. I'm Tona Thomas.
And I'm Saeed Bernard. Top of the morning to our listeners and, of course, our viewers, wherever you are and whatever you're doing right now. I know a lot of you not on your way to work this morning. But you're probably still brewing the morning coffee or boiling the water for the tea, yeah? I know your kids are probably still in bed. So happy morning to you, and for the few of you who are making it out, you know, wish you journeying mercies on your way to work.
Yeah.
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 Or if you're on your way to Price Mart parking lot already. How are you, Tano?
I'm doing well. It's a week of cheer here on Nationwide this morning. It's our final week of broadcast before we go on Christmas break.
Yeah.
So every morning we've been entertaining you guys, getting you into the festive mood, into the festive spirit, into the festive vibe, telling you to jollify up yourself. That was our word of the day.
Jollify up yourself?
Jollify.
Jollify. Bad thing.
That was our word of the day yesterday. And this morning, you know, our super producer Michelle McCray Smith, she has on our studio desk table a lot of items looking like they came from, you know, art and craft basket. Yeah. So this morning we'll be making Christmas ornaments. And Michelle is in studio with us as well, because just before we came on air and on camera, she was showing us how they used to make a Christmas tree ornament back in the day using tissue paper. And yeah, my head tough. I wasn't getting it. So I wasn't getting it at all.
Back in the day, don't it?
Yeah. So Michelle, we have Michelle in studio, as I said. Good morning. Yeah, Michelle, you can do that Christmas tree ornament. I'm going to try. Not sure if I'll get it, but I'll try to make some other kinds of ornaments. We have our little supplies that has what do you call this again?
Cupcake.
A cupcake. A cupcake.
So you have
container.
Hold on,
yeah.
What
baking cups. Yeah.
Oh, the baking cup.
I think I can do something with that.
I can bake enough.
I'm also seeing in my loop bag some beads. Yeah, perhaps can do something with that as well. And Mish, what is this? Sequins?
Yes. So that
okay.
Goes on that one goes with the cupcake cups.
Okay.
And with that we're going to make Christmas trees. So it's cupcake Christmas trees. So let's start with that one first.
Michelle,
I'm just gonna follow Michelle's instructions.
That's stress me out already.
So with that you need craft sticks.
So we have the craft
stick. So I have my craft stick.
Yeah.
And
Nobody so good in art and craft class, you know.
3 of your cupcake cups.
Oh, it's enough to separate them.
Should we?
Separate
Okay.
them, yes.
All right. So 1, 2, 3 on my 3.
All right, so we have some
studs.
Crystal studs.
We never get no
and the
it's crystal.
sequins. You have everything in your thing.
Okay.
Except
So-
purple.
Yeah, I have some silver ones. They're heart shaped.
Yes.
So we must do now. Put the sequin them on
So first you're gonna put some glue on the stick.
Okay.
glue on the stick. I feel a handicap, you know. Bird cage.
Oh, let me just follow what Michelle is doing.
So Michelle, but we only have one stick, so we
I can get another
So
stick.
we get another stick. No, boy, you see now them not get the work, man. The tools, you know.
All right, hold on, side.
Boy.
So
All right.
I'm
So you
just
got
gonna
some
follow what
books.
Michelle is doing. So should I apply glue on all of the stick or just a portion
Just
of
a
it?
portion of the stick.
Okay.
About 2/3.
Oh Lord,
All right.
That's just me out. All right. So we got some books.
All right. So while
And
that
say, yeah.
dries a bit,
okay,
you're gonna get your cupcake cups.
Yeah. All right.
Get your cupcake cups, and you're gonna fold it in half.
All of them.
Yes, but start with one first. First
So-
instruction. So first fold it in half.
Fold it in half.
Yes.
Yeah. Mad thing.
Then that half.
So it looks so.
Yes.
So, okay.
You're gonna fold that now in half again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank God for Michelle because
Me would have lost.
would mess up.
Yeah.
So this is what we're supposed to have?
Yes.
Okay.
Sita. Yeah, I have it. Yeah.
Okay, great.
So you're gonna put that to the top of your stick.
The top of the stick.
Yes. And
All
stick it there.
right. Oh, you stick it on. Just like that?
Just stick it on regular.
Oh, me gonna stick it on the other way around. So, all right.
Done that.
Yeah.
Is it supposed to open?
No, I think.
So glue the inside?
Yeah.
Boy, Michelle, you see, I make my work mash up now. Boy. All right. Hold on there. Oh, this is good.
All right, so I'll apply some more glue to have the inside.
So you
stick.
should look something like this.
So my own look.
Where are we?
Oh wait. No man. Oh Lord.
So glue
it
glue
should
the
look something
inside.
Like this.
Uh-huh.
Like this. Glue both sides. Should look something like this.
Hold on
Yeah.
there. So
You're gonna get the next one.
So it's supposed to look.
Yes. You're gonna get the next.
Get the next one.
Up. Fold it in half again. Ooh, we're running out of time. We're running out of time.
You have to move your hand
Fold
fast.
it the same way.
Okay.
So the next one now, fold it the same way.
Yeah, get a little glue and put in the center of that to keep it down.
Put it here in the center.
Yeah, just in the middle to keep it down.
Uh-huh.
And some more
And then
on your stick.
Where may I put it now?
Right on top of the other one that you had. Right.
Oh,
on top
I
of
see
it.
the vision now. I see the vision.
You see it?
Yeah,
It's
the
coming
tree.
together?
Yeah.
No, so Michelle, my one now come together, it a fall apart.
Why?
All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're supposed to layer it. Saeed.
Remember you're making a tree?
Making a tree with branches, Saeed.
My tree have enough for the bottom. And the flea for the
Then you
bottom.
get your third cup.
And then the third one now.
You fold it just the same. Apply a little glue.
Oh,
You see the vision though.
Yeah, so no. What you
It's
see
a
now?
tree.
Me a visual learner, you know. You should have shown me a picture of this before. And then you put that one down here, so.
Yes.
Mad thing. No, my tree just giddy, you know. Yeah. Yeah, it's my
Trees
tree
coming together
It's my tree
nicely.
here.
Tree.
Yeah. It's my tree here.
And then we just decorate it now.
Then you put on the sparkles and the shingdings.
Yes.
See? I have to put one of the heart at the top as the mistletoe. When I get kissed under the mistletoe this year, I bat, including me. Pain.
Wow, there it is. It's a tree. So I should apply these now.
Yeah, the heart ones are kind of sticky. So you don't need
So
glue.
what we must do with this now? Just drop it on the tree?
No, you don't reach that one yet. We're not going to get to go to that one because we're out of time.
Hold on, them have to use this. So how them something at work now, Michelle?
Just pull it out.
Oh.
By the way, guys, this is a really good activity for your kids. Yeah, you can have them make their own ornaments at home and place them on your Christmas tree. Yeah, and then every year they add another one to the collection.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
my tree here. It's my tree here.
Yeah.
Don't
Let me
watch
see.
it. My tree is going through a cold front.
Cold front?
Because customs clear the breeze. Customs clear the breeze. So as you can see, my one is a bit more realistic than theirs because
How do I get this out?
my one in the wind. So you see it a blow. Yeah? Yeah. So there's almost pop on it now.
Done. This is mine.
Wow, that's so cute.
But me don't like this. Oh, you put on them something there.
You add some glue.
Add glue.
Oh.
Glue side. Glue.
Tell us, I never do so good in arts and craft class, you know.
Yeah. And this is it. First ornament down.
Oi.
So can we come back? Can we come back later as well to do another?
Sure.
So we've shown how you can make a Christmas tree ornament.
The next
But-
one in it would have been candy cane.
Oh, I'd love to know how to make that one.
Yeah, so you needed beads and
Beer, Miss Mama cover yourself. Ah, sit here.
There you go.
Michelle, give me the picture face a while ago. Poor me.
he made a what's it called?
What that?
It's a bit deformed, but
Wow. No. Tana.
but trees have
Tana,
trees
no.
have character.
No.
They're all
See,
different.
This tree is going through the cold front. So the breeze will blow it left and right. That's why, some leaf over here, so some over there, so. Yeah.
A week of cheer here on Nationwide this morning. NTM just made a Christmas tree. That's one of our ornaments. We'll be coming back a little bit later. Our super producer, Michelle McCray Smith, will be teaching us how to make a candy cane using regular art and craft supplies that you may find at home.
Christmas bells ring, people's hearts sing, and I forget about all the troubles I seem to have, and I tell myself to feel how my brother feels.
It's This Morning on Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
6:49.
Missing persons, may I help you?
Yes, my wife is missing.
Where did you last see her?
In Kemlani Mart. They have huge savings on living room, dining room, bedroom sets.
Really?
And that's not all. There are doors, toilets, tiles, low prices on TVs, fridges, stoves, and more.
Is your credit card missing, sir?
Yes, how you know?
She's still in Kemlani Mart, sir. Go check.
Okay.
I love this place, you see.
Hello, I found her.
Kemlani Mart, you will never want to leave.
Let the countdown begin! Beat the clock, hurry up and go buy a Suzuki Tic-Tac. Purchase a Suzuki Vitara, Grand Vitara or XL7 from now to December 22, 2023 from as low as $52,000 monthly. And drive into the festive season with 5 years warranty, free vehicle tracking and free servicing. Act fast and beat the clock for this offer. Available until December 22, 2023 or while stocks last. Only at Stewart's Automotive Group, South Camp Road, Kingston and Iron Shore Bay. Everything must go! We're open Saturday, December 2nd, 9th and 16th. Conditions apply.
Jumpstart your fitness goals with Express Fitness. Sign up today and restart your fitness journey at an Express Fitness location near you. Enjoy safe, comfortable, and well-equipped gyms from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. daily. Call 554-5180 for a full listing of our open locations. Express Fitness. Your goal, our mission.
Tell me where you get the money transfer. Where you get the money transfer. Where you get the money transfer.
Christmas a come, give our money a run. Ask your sender to select cash pickup and collect your MoneyGram money transfer of $150 or more until December 23 at any Alliance agent for a chance to be one of 14 winners of 100,000 Jamaican dollars from each parish.
Tell me where you get the money transfer.
Conditions apply. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Street Smart and the JUTC Morning Commute is brought to you by JUTC, your route to excellence, and the Road Safety Unit in the Island Traffic Authority.
And JAA, keeping you mobile.
It's at that time of the morning when we're getting our first report of Street Smart with Ludlow McLean. Hey to you, Ludlow. Still trying to make contact with Ludlow McLean for Street Smart. But I hope as well that all motorists, you're observing those new traffic changes in all of our town centers. I know there are traffic changes in Santa Cruz, Mandeville as well, over there in I think it's Brownstown, in St. Anne, Oteria, St. Anne's Bay. All of the town centers, the capitals, they have new traffic changes for Christmas. So hope you're observing those traffic changes, as well as to be safe on the road or roadways this Christmas. He's now on the line. Hey to you, Ludlow.
Good morning, Ludlow.
Hey, good morning. Just a quick update. Everything is all fine, moving well. But the major areas right now are busy. They have a tree here. But once you leave Half a Tree, it's going to be moving good. Hackett Park Road, all these roads, Malines Road, into Half a Tree, Constantine Road, West Kings South Avenue, all these areas are pretty good movement for the time. But later it really gets heavy in terms of vehicular flow. Until 7:18, it's back to you.
Thank you so much, Ludlow, for that first report of Street Smart with Ludlow McLean. Up next, your word of the day.
Street Smart and the JUTC Morning Commute was brought to you by JUTC, your route to excellence, and the Road Safety Unit in the Island Traffic Authority.
And JAA, keeping you mobile.
Your word of the day. Yeah, go ahead.
Your word of the day is spelled TRANSMOGRIFY. That's TRANSMOGRIFY.
Transmogrify. Transmogrify. Transmogrify.
So your word of the day is transmogrify, and it's a verb. It means to change in appearance or form, especially strangely or grotesquely, or transform. Transmogrify, to transform. Oh, nice word. It was used, let me see, entered English around the 1650s to the 1660s, and earlier transmogrify was also written as transmigrify or transmography, right? And transmography is apparently a pseudo-Latinism, which is a word formed or imitative of Latin. Well, examples of how to use the word transmogrify: the old rustic car magically transmogrified into a sleek, futuristic vehicle at the touch of a button, leaving bystanders in awe. Transmogrify. You can use that word, Tana.
Yeah.
Transmogrify the Christmas.
Transform the Christmas.
Yeah. Transmogrify.
Okay. Transmogrify, your word of the day. I can see how people can use this one. Up next, your features at the top of the hour, the news.
If you are over 55 years, black and male, you are at a higher risk of getting a stroke. A stroke occurs when the blood supply to part of your brain is interrupted or reduced, preventing brain tissue from getting oxygen and nutrients. Brain cells begin to die in minutes. In Coming of Age today, what to do if someone is having a stroke. Trainer at St. John Ambulance Service, Gemma Bignall, recommends the use of the FAST method to check for the most common symptoms of a stroke.
Strokes are most commonly caused by a clot that blocks the flow of blood to a part of the brain, although some strokes can be caused by a ruptured blood vessel that causes bleeding into the brain. If you suspect someone is having a stroke, you can use the FAST guide to identify the key signs. F stands for facial weakness. Look at their mouth or eye, they may be droopy and can't smile evenly. A, arm weakness. Ask them to raise both their arms. They may only be able to raise one. S, speech problems. They're unable to speak clearly or might not be able to understand what you're saying to them. Ask them a question such as, what is your name? Can they respond appropriately?
And T, time. If the answer to any of the above questions is yes, call 110 right away or get the person to a medical facility, making note of the time when symptoms started. Ms. Bignall says it's important not to give the person anything to drink or eat.
While waiting for help to arrive, keep them comfortable, supported, and reassure them. Do not give them anything to eat or drink because it may be hard for them to swallow. Keep monitoring their level of response until help arrives. If they become unresponsive, prepare to treat for an unresponsive casualty.
Sometimes a stroke happens gradually, but you're likely to have one or more sudden symptoms which include numbness or weakness in your face, arm or leg, especially on one side, confusion or trouble understanding other people, difficulty speaking, trouble seeing with one or both eyes, problems walking or staying balanced or coordinated, dizziness, and severe headaches that come on for no reason. If you have these symptoms, call 110 or get to a medical facility, even if you're not sure you're having a stroke. Stroke deaths in Jamaica have reached 2,479, or 13.62% of total death in 2018. That, when adjusted for age, the death rate was 65.41 per 100,000 of population, ranking Jamaica 100th in the world based on World Health Organization data. Learn the warning signs of a stroke and let your family and friends know too. If you have any medical conditions, wear a medical bracelet or any other identification that lists them, your allergies, and any medication you take. That's it for Coming of Age today.
Fearless and fair, Nationwide 90
You
FM.
marveled at your decorations last Christmas, but the electricity bill was awful. Season's greetings. I'm Tana, and it's time for your lifestyle pages. We get a little carried away with the decorating. Try something new that's also energy efficient. Throw out the old lights from years ago and get LED Christmas lights. After you plug in the lights on the tree, turn off overheads. Buy gifts that don't use electricity but use batteries instead. You don't need Christmas lights on the outside when you head off to bed, so unplug them. Unplug phantom energy users. What do I mean by this? If you're not using the charger, unplug it. There you have it. Those were your lifestyle pages. I'm Tana.
Nationwide 90 FM, continuing the tradition of fair, fearless, and factual reporting.
Are you struggling with mental health issues? Call the Mental Health and Suicide Prevention Hotline at 888-NEW-LIFE. The time brought to you by the Jamaica Information Service is...
News time at 7 o'clock.
If you need to build it, plumb it, weld it, pave it, or power it, National Supply has it. Get the best brands for the job at Jamaica's Industrial Hardware Superstore, Kingston Normal Bay. The temperature by National Supply is...
25 degrees Celsius in capital city Kingston, 26 out west in Montego Bay.
The most credible news in the morning. The news at 7 on Nationwide 90 FM.
Coming up in the news at 7 for this morning, Thursday, December 21, 2023. The Hanover police are seeking witnesses to assist in the probe of the Hopewell High School bursar's murder. Founder of Hear the Children's Cry, Betty and Blaine, says that 2023 has been a year of child brutality. The BOJ's Monetary Policy Committee has agreed to maintain the policy interest rate at 7%, believing core inflation remains contained. The National Irrigation Commission has resumed a supply of irrigation services to sections of St. Catherine following oil spill in the Rio Cobre. And in international news, Warner Bros. Discovery and Paramount in merger talks. The details after the break.
The news at 7 is brought to you by Magna Motors. Drive Hyundai with no payments until May 2024. Hyundai, Hyundai.
If it's news, it's got to be Nationwide 90 FM.
With the details, I'm Tawna Thomas. Commanding Officer for the Hanover Police Division, Superintendent Ian Mowat, is calling on the public to share information that can assist the police with their investigation into the murder of Hopewell High School's bursar. 35-year-old Jermaine Roberts of a St. James address was shot minutes to 4 Wednesday afternoon by a gunman as he was about to drive off the school compound. Roberts reportedly died on the spot. School principal Byron Grant, who was on the outside at the time of the shooting, reportedly jumped through a glass window and sustained injuries. He was taken to a medical facility for treatment. The institution is heavily secured with video cameras which are of assistance to investigators. But Superintendent Mowat is appealing to witnesses to the shooting to come forward.
I can confirm that the bursar, Mr. Roberts, is deceased as a result of gunshot wounds sustained during the attack. And the investigation is at a very sensitive stage. We use this opportunity to appeal to all the witnesses who may have seen or heard something to speak up, assist the police to bring this investigation to a very speedy conclusion.
Superintendent Ian Mowat, commanding officer for the Hanover Police Division. This is the second individual to be murdered at the 17-year-old Hopewell High School. In 2010, 32-year-old New Testament Church of God minister Kevin Dixon was shot and killed on the compound by a gunman posing as a parent. Reverend Dixon had gone to the school to collect his job confirmation letter to take up a teaching post at the institution. The St. Catherine Police Division has issued a wanted person notice for a man in connection with a recent murder in the parish. He has been identified as 34-year-old Peter Dellon Davis, known by the aliases Devils and Devilman. Davis has the last known addresses in the Penn District of Riversdale and West Prospect Bogwalk in St. Catherine. The incident reportedly occurred in the early hours of Sunday, December 17, 2023, in the Penn District, Riversdale area. The police indicate that Davis went to the home of 40-year-old Kamisha Barrett, the mother of his children, and shot and killed 30-year-old carpenter Richard Swaby. Swaby, who is also known as Richie or Billy, is the current partner of Barrett. Following the shooting, Davis reportedly fled the scene on foot. The police are urging the public to report any sightings or other information immediately. Davis is considered to be dangerous, and the public is advised against approaching him. They are requested to contact police emergency at 119, Crime Stop at 311, the NIB tip line at 811, or the nearest police station. A year of child brutality. That's the word from founder of Hear the Children's Cry, Betty and Blaine, on how the year 2023 has impacted the nation's children.
Certainly disappointed, angered by much of what happened this year. It's not just this year, right? But year after year, it seems to get worse. And this year has been a year, if you want to title it, would be a year of child brutality, savagery to children. I mean, we've had these kinds of reports year after year. But we've noticed that the crimes are getting more frequent and the type of brutality attached or associated with how these children were killed is quite disturbing and distressing.
Since January, several of the nation's children have fallen victim to murders and incidents of violent assault. Ms. Blaine says more work must be done in the coming year to find ways to protect the country's young people.
We are extremely concerned about what's happening with our children, and we're going to have to find solutions. We can't go into another year with this type of thing. We were fed on a steady diet of child murders in Jamaica this year. We're going to have to find solutions. I mean, we're talking the Prime Minister and others about dealing with violence in this society, but we're going to have to find a way to address the problem. What's the root of the problem, and how do we get to the root of the problem? We can't just be spinning our wheels and talking like this day after day, year after year.
Betty Ann Blaine, founder of Hear the Children's Cry, she was speaking on Nationwide at 5 on Wednesday. The Bank of Jamaica BOJ says its Monetary Policy Committee has agreed to maintain the policy interest rate at 7%, believing core inflation remains contained. The country's annual headline inflation rate in November 2023 of 6.3% exceeded that of October's rate of 5.1%. The BOJ says core inflation for the month of November is 5.6%, which is in line with the average for the past 3 months. It says that this reading indicates that core inflation is being contained, which in turn bodes well for the longer-term inflation outlook. Strong inflows from remittances and tourism were cited as the main reasons for the stabilization of the exchange rate, as well as the declining nature of the key drivers of headline inflation. Deposit dollarization, which reflects the proportion of United States dollar deposits to total deposits, has also been on a downward trend, recording its lowest level since December 2011. The BOJ says international oil and grain prices were lower than what it forecasted. Inflation in the economies of Jamaica's main trading partners has also trended downward. Now, Minister of Finance Dr. Nigel Clark says it is important that Jamaica matches other countries with regards to regulating virtual assets. This follows an announcement by Dr. Clark on Tuesday in the House of Representatives that the government is moving to regulate virtual assets such as cryptocurrencies. A cryptocurrency is a digital or virtual currency secured by cryptography. Speaking Wednesday evening on Nationwide at 5, Dr. Clark says that leaving virtual assets unregulated leaves certain Jamaicans susceptible to being victims of crime.
Having up-to-date anti-money laundering laws and laws that aid in the countering of the financing of terrorism is in Jamaica's own interest. Right? Because if we don't have those laws, then it's difficult to take the profit out of crime. And as we know, a lot of criminal activity is motivated by the pursuit of profit. And with respect to virtual assets, if virtual assets are not regulated in Jamaica, what can happen is that profits from crime can be hidden. It's in the national interest that we have some kind of regulatory framework, as exists in other countries.
Dr. Clark says the regulations fall in line with Jamaica's end goal of fulfilling its Financial Action Task Force FATF obligations between its next evaluation scheduled for 2026. He says at the time of the last assessment by the task force, cryptocurrencies had gained traction in the global landscape. Dr. Clark says that this means that Jamaica must regulate cryptocurrency in time to remain compliant with the force in the area of new technologies in the next assessment.
Virtual assets of the time that we are discussing are relatively new, meaning in the last several years. This is not a decade old. Remember, the background in Jamaica was assessed as being below satisfactory compliance levels in 23 out of 40 regulations, and now the progress we've made is that we're only seen as non-compliant in 3 out of 40, and one of the 3 is in this area that we're discussing. Now, the recommendations is on new technologies, and at the last assessment that we had, we were seen as compliant in new technologies because there were no new technologies at that time that would have threatened our AML regime.
Dr. Nigel Clark, Minister of Finance. The National Irrigation Commission Limited, NIC, has resumed a supply of irrigation services to sections of St. Catherine. The NIC says the St. Catherine Health Department has given approval for the resumption of services that had been disrupted due to a reported oil spill in the Rio Cobre. The commission had previously shut down its irrigation system, that's the Rio Cobre irrigation system, due to potential risks to the water quality. The National Environment and Planning Agency has served an enforcement notice on Tradewinds Citrus, the owners of the property from which oil reportedly was found, or from which oil reportedly found its way into the Rio Cobre. Now, Agriculture Minister Floyd Green is rejecting claims that the distribution of fertilizer to farmers across the country is being done on a partisan basis. The distribution of fertilizer forms a part of efforts to enhance agricultural productivity and ensure adequate food supply.
One, rather, separately as an entity, is used in the fertilizer and will be used in the fertilizer to help its production programs. We do have about 12 priority crops that we try to help in terms of production, and we're going to be driving that. So farmers in those priority crops will get some support. Clearly, we've also earmarked some of the fertilizer to help in relation to our disaster recovery. And members of parliament do get their own separate allocation because, again, a number of farmers reach out directly to their MP. And it doesn't matter whether you are a JLP MP or a PMP MP, but that is the small part of the allocation. But people can rest assured that in the distribution of agricultural input and agricultural items, we are ensuring that it is not partisan and that it is done through the various entities.
The minister acknowledges that there's a gap between the time these programs are announced and the start of the distribution process.
We have to do a better job of being able to show it, to say, listen, we got 100 bags of fertilizer, these are the farmers who got, these are the things that they plant, and then to show how this has helped in driving production. And clearly we always have to kind of stay on top of the ball to ensure there's accountability and to ensure that people are not abusing the system. So we continuously put in programs to lead to that transparency and lead to that accountability.
Floyd Green, Minister of Agriculture. Meanwhile, Minister Green says his ministry will continue to drive its import substitution programs, especially in the small ruminants industry. In November, the government removed a general consumption tax, GCT, on the importation of horses, pigs, cows, and goats.
We're really looking to increase our production of goat meat to satisfy a very big demand that we have in our country. Unfortunately, we still import about 80% of what we consume as goat meat, and as such, we've been taking a number of policy directives to ensure that we can get those herd numbers up. But definitely over the next 3 years, we should start seeing those herd numbers go up, and we should start seeing a significant impact being made in bringing down some of that importation of goat meat. And I think last year we were at about $1 billion Jamaican dollars in importation of goat meat.
Floyd Green, Agriculture Minister. In international news now, Warner Brothers Discovery and Paramount Global are in early talks to merge. That's according to multiple media reports. The deal would see the owner of HBO channels and CNN team up with the studio behind the Mission Impossible films and CBS News. The deal would bring together two of Hollywood's big five studios, with Warner and Paramount's combined market value standing at $38 billion. Talks are believed to be at an early stage and a deal may not happen. Streaming of shows and films has meant that traditional media companies have had to invest quickly to compete with the likes of Netflix, Amazon Video, and Apple TV. Warner and Paramount have had to commit to some deep cost cutting as they try to minimize losses running into the billions of dollars from their video streaming services. As a result, their stock prices continue to trade well below their highs in the early days of streaming. And that's it for the news at 7. I'm Tawna Thomas.
The news at 7 was brought to you by Magna Motors. Drive Hyundai with no payments until May 2024. Hyundai. Hyundai.
Sign up for the JN Money Card. It's safe, convenient, and free. The time by JN Money is
7:15.
This Christmas, give your family the gift of relaxation with the Singer Family Getaway. Shop from November 23 to December 31 and spend $20,000 before GCT to get a chance to win your family a 4-day, 3-night stay at a luxurious, all-inclusive hotel. Get the best brands of appliances and electronics plus the best quality furniture and make it the best Christmas ever with Singer. $650,000 in prizes to be won. So shop now for more chances to win. Conditions apply. See the website for details. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Drive into Christmas with a brand new Hyundai vehicle with no loan payment until May 2024. Yes, Hyundai pays for your first 5 loan payments, plus 2 years free service, 5 years warranty, and 0 processing fees. No more waiting on taxis or hitching rides. Get your Hyundai vehicle with 5 free payments on Duro this Christmas. Limited time offer while stocks last. Hyundai. Conditions apply.
Touching lives every day, all through the holidays. A part of all you do. Sagicor, make you feel secure. Reaching out for more, we'll always see you through. Reach for more, whatever you're dreaming. For this Christmas time, we'll help you achieve them. You're never alone. Taking care of your Christmas needs, take care of your New Year's dreams. Every day helping you succeed, that's what Sagicor means. Today's needs, tomorrow's dreams. Sagicor.
Always park in well-lit areas and check the back seats before you enter your vehicle. This Christmas safety tip is brought to you by the Ministry of National Security.
Street Smart and the JUTC Morning Commute is brought to you by JUTC, your route to excellence, and the Road Safety Unit in the Island Traffic Authority.
And
JAA, keeping you mobile.
$18 minutes after 7 o'clock, and it's time for Street Smart with Ludlow McLean. Good morning again, Ludlow.
Yeah, morning again, Ricardo and
Saeed.
Good morning. It's overcast slightly and no sun yet, but the roadways, there are cars on the road, but it's still pretty good movement. Those of you who are in Portmore using the Port Hennis Road, you're exiting, making that exit onto the toll, it's going to the toll, pretty good movement there. If you're coming from the Dawkins Drive in, making it to the toll, or even the Dyke Road, it is also pretty good. And those of you taking Municipal Boulevard to make it onto the Mandela, you can go ahead. It's not too bad right now. Mandela is flowing westbound, heading towards Spanish Town, and also eastbound, heading towards 6 miles. Where 6 miles, you can also move steadily. No major delays there either as you make your way to 3 miles. Going up Hagley Park, the same thing, good vehicular movement, and also going further down to Spanish Town Road, then on to Maxfield Avenue, coming into a Happy Tree, the movement is good also. What's happening on the eastern side, if you're on Mountain View Avenue, the top from as far as the top Seaview Avenue, going across to the top of Mountain View Avenue, going past Stanton Terrace, all the way down to the bottom of Mountain View, you will find good movements in both directions. Windward Road is the same thing. So it's not too bad, but I can tell you later in a few hours from now that the traffic will really build, especially in the areas, the commercial areas. It is really, really busy. And I have no doubt that it will happen this afternoon or during the course of the day. So I just hope that you pay attention to the safety tips. You know, don't check your back seat. You must also check your tires to see if one of them is punctured or your glass is cracked. You know, sometimes they break your car glass to steal out whatever components you have or equipment. And as usual, as Street Smart, your safety is all concerned. Ricardo.
Saeed Ludlow, thank you. That's Street Smart. Up next, we have the front page.
Street Smart and the JUTC Morning Commute was brought to you by JUTC, your route to excellence, and the Road Safety Unit in the Island Traffic Authority.
And JAA, keeping you mobile.
Front Page is brought to you today by ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business.
ABC Electrical takes this opportunity to wish good health and prosperity to all their valued customers and contractors for their business. They send a hearty thank you and gratitude for the support and look forward to serving you even better in the coming year. ABC, a better choice in the electrical business.
Welcome back to Nationwide this morning. You're now tuned into our discussion segment, The Front Page. This morning, we're continuing our year in reviews, and we're focusing today on the Ministry of Transport. As the year 2023 draws to a close, we want to review the work done in several ministries. And this morning, as I said, we're focusing on the Transport Ministry. Portfolio Minister Darrell Vaz joins us now. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Minister.
Morning to you, ladies and gentlemen and listeners. Happy Christmas when it comes.
Same to you.
Happy holidays to you as well, Minister. Now, what are those key achievements in the Transport Ministry that you could think of, Minister Vaz? You took over the portfolio in May.
So, obviously, it's a tough ministry. Many moving parts. I think we can start with the air aspect of it in relation to the airports, which have been having major problems in terms of infrastructure and other problems. First of all, you will recall that after during COVID, obviously the airports were majorly impacted.
Yes.
And I'm happy to indicate that both airports, the concession agreements have been renegotiated based on the impact of COVID. And of course, all the planned expansions are back on track and have actually started. You'd have seen where Sangster announced $18 million upgrade of a total of $300 million just for the immigration hall in Montego Bay, which obviously has been bursting at the seams. We have,
Minister, before you go any further on that very point, because when the monies were announced for the Donald Sangster Airport, many persons were wondering, what about the Norman Manley International Airport, given the state that it's been in, especially where the air condition, escalator, machines are concerned?
So obviously, Sangster is a much more utilized airport, but both of them have conditionalities of the concession agreement. And in fairness, obviously, when COVID hit, those plans were put on hold because of the uncertainty of what and when would life return to normal. So those were finalized. I actually inherited them a protracted negotiation, which I got concluded in August of this year, September to be exact. So those are back on track. There were some minor repairs, I would call it, at Norman Manley in terms of the bathrooms and, of course, air conditioning, which would have to be fixed anyway, which are on track. But the bigger spend in terms of the refurbishing extension of the Norman Manley runway to bring in bigger planes, and, of course, we all know what happened with MBJ recently with their extension of their runway. So those are on track, and as I said before, there are specific conditionalities and timelines that have to be met based on the concession agreement with the government of Jamaica. And I'm monitoring those closely. But you would have seen I was in Montego Bay last week with the groundbreaking for the immigration hall of $18 million of a total of 300. But just to put things into perspective, with what's happening now currently at Norman Manley, there are replacing the air conditioner, and of course, work is going on the bathrooms and other areas.
So in very short order, we should see some improvement in the conditions.
I would say first quarter of 24. Those nagging problems that the passengers have been undergoing will be a thing of the past, and of course, most importantly, the actual bigger expansions will take place to the infrastructure, both the runway and of course the plant itself. In Montego Bay, I must tell you that it's a very tough situation. We are processing 63 flights in a day, especially on the weekends. You're talking about 11,000 passengers passing through Montego Bay Immigration and Customs. 42 of those flights are between 11 and 4 p.m. Almost a flight every 5.7 minutes.
Wow.
So it is a major challenge. Of course, you'd have seen where the new C5 form was introduced. So what we're doing down there is to basically try and go paperless and increase the amount of kiosks. So we're now at 80 kiosks, and we just installed 10 e-gates last week, which should have been commissioned, especially to meet the peak tourist season, which started on the 15th of December.
And do you find that the implementation of that C5 form has assisted any at all with efficiency, or are people still coming and asking for the form and taking a little time to sign those up?
Okay, so that's an excellent question. So what's happening with that is that basically the C5 form was introduced as an option to the regular paper form.
Yes.
We realized that was creating a lot of confusion, so we've now gone full paperless to the C5, and persons are required, and airlines are required to inform passengers that they need to be filled out prior to arrival in Jamaica. Right now we're seeing about 80% use of it, meaning that obviously 20% of the people are either not informed or arriving here without it and have to do it. So we made special provisions for them so they don't interfere and cause delays for those passengers that are coming in and have filled out the form. The good thing about that is that obviously they go to the kiosk, and once they get a clearance with a tick, it means that they can go straight to the e-gate and do not have to interact with an immigration officer based on, obviously, technology. So the e-gate will use facial recognition, and they go right through. So that should help significantly. It's not going to do the trick completely, because obviously the immigration hall itself is unable to hold the amount of passengers. So you have a overflow going back into the areas where they're coming from arriving areas. But as I said before, it's a work in progress. I was there last week, and I continue to have weekly meetings with, obviously, customs, immigration, the MBJ personnel, and of course, another key area is the baggage hall. Because if the bags are not coming off on a timely manner, then obviously you get delayed in the baggage hall, which creates another congested area. So it's a work in progress, but I must say that in terms of the level of arrivals, thanks to Minister Bartlett and his push for tourists, it is something that will require investment, which, as I said before, MBJ has now broken ground, and we're hoping to have that completed, that new expanded immigration hall, in the shortest possible time.
Minister Vaz, just hold the line. When we come back from the break, want to stick on transport for a little bit longer on our public passenger vehicle operators, as well as to focus on your other portfolios, energy and telecommunications. Want to talk about the rural electrification program. So stay on the line. We're going to take a break and come back with more.
Jamaica live good, yeah.
Give up every illegal gun. Call the police at 119 or Crime Stop at 311. The time by the Ministry of National Security is
7:30.
Don't miss out on the Flow Christmas in a flash sale. We're giving you more this Christmas so you can save big. Sign up for Yard and Road at the extra special price of only $3,999 plus GCT per month. Plus, get a free Samsung phone and earbuds. It's the Christmas in a flash sale. Sign up today and save. Offer ends December 21. Visit discoverflow.co or your nearest Flow store to sign up today. Conditions apply.
Flow makes Christmas bright and blue because it's all inspired by you.
When you speak, we listen.
We listen to all your stories
About how your business was started.
and every step along the journey to make it applicable to the problems you solve every day.
We have also listened to your cries for help.
The narrative surrounding limited cash flow.
Extended payment terms for buyers who just can't meet your 30-day credit term this month.
Next month,
And the month after that, we are here to help.
we have created Exim Express receivables financing so that your most important jobs get done.
With a turnaround time of 7 days and up to 75% of your receivables covered with no collateral or financials needed, you know you're in good hands. Exim Bank. By helping businesses, we save lives and livelihood.
The management and staff of Banmark West and Negril would like to extend season's greetings to their loyal customers. Let the peace and the joy of this holiday season be yours now and throughout the new year. So this season, visit Banmark for all your bikes and bike rentals or call 957-0196. Happy holidays from Banmark.
The board, management, and staff of the Transport Authority wish for public passenger vehicle owners, operators, commuters, and their families a happy and safe holiday season. We also wish to remind PPV operators that motor vehicle inspections will commence on Monday, January 8, 2024. A message from the Transport Authority.
Come take advantage of our late arrival sale at Furniture Land and Garments Collection.
40 to 50% off designer furniture, loads of living room sets, dining room sets, bedroom sets.
Free island-wide delivery.
Open every day until Christmas, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Furniture Land and Garments Collection, 112 Constant Spring Road near Shortwood Road Stoplight. Your source for the exceptional.
7:33. Thank you so much for staying with us. We're still on the front page with the Minister of Transport, Energy, Telecommunications. Did I miss any? So many portfolios. The Minister, Daryl Vaz. Sir Vaz, want to talk about public passenger transportation, especially starting out with the JUTC here. What have we seen since you've taken over the portfolio in May, and what can we expect going into 2024?
All right, so basically, obviously, the first thing that greeted me was the whole issue of, obviously, the fare increase that the taxi operators were seeking. When I came in, ladies and gentlemen, I inherited about 64 different stakeholder representatives in the transport industry. I'm talking about taxi operators. All of them having different demands. And you recall that I held a meeting in Honduras and brought everybody together.
Right.
Out of that came the steering committee, which represents about a total amount of persons, maybe about 12 to 14, including, obviously, the ministry and transport authority reps. And we were able to go through that and deal with a number of pressing issues that they had, including the increase. You'll recall that they had gotten a 25% increase back in, I think, 2018 or 2019, for which they only got 15%, and were committed for 10, which never came. Anyway, as a result, obviously, the increase would have been announced recently for the 19% and the 16%, a total of 35%. The steering committee has worked very, very well. in terms of being able to have a platform for people to be able to speak to their various representatives and taxi association heads, etc., and get their message through. So I think that's a huge win in terms of having a good working relationship between the government and the taxi operators, which are so critical. Of course, obviously, from the government standpoint, I had a number of issues in relation to the indiscipline and, of course, all that's happening on the roads. And we've been working very closely with the Transport Authority and ACP McKenzie in relation to trying to bring back order on the road. We launched what is called Operation Transportation Streamline a few months ago. And subsequent to that, there has been quite a number of there have been quite a number of summonses just for the month of September in the month of September, there were over 3,635 summonses issued and 743 seized for operating illegally. One of the big issues we have is from the transport operators is that the transport centers are not in condition to be able to have proper management. And that is something that I've also been working on. We went to Port Maria recently and streamlined that. But everything is about collaboration and consensus. Mm-hmm. So in terms of that, I must tell you that we are working very diligently. On September 4th, when we launched Operation Streamline, a total of 18,000 tickets have been issued to PPV operators for road traffic breaches, and 129 arrests and 47 warrants. Mm-hmm. So the truth is that the police have been working, and of course the Transport Authority, but we all know what the situation is with that in relation to the indiscipline on the road. Mm-hmm. And of course, obviously, the big issue that I have come to realize is that persons prefer to take the taxis than the JUTC provided buses. Right. Because obviously they get to their destination much quicker than having to go on the JUTC and make several stops.
Minister, I'm glad you brought us there, because while we've made good inroads as it relates to discipline on the road, because the police, through the Road Traffic Act, has gotten some sharper teeth through the legislation. What is it with JUTC, since you've taken it over, you've done? Because many persons are asking for at least a schedule so that they can know when the JUTC bus would be in their area so they can take it. Where are we with having such a schedule implemented?
Yeah, that is actually on stream. The difficulty that we have, as you know, is when I took over, based on the number of buses that we had, which was T10 at about 180 to 200 of a demand of 500. There was a big delay in relation to persons being able to get buses to go, especially in peak hour and in the evenings. To get home, there was a lag time of 2.5 hours in some cases. Remember the outcry. So we were able, obviously, to get the input of the 50 new buses and another 6. And then, of course, I made some emergency procurement arrangements to get some of the buses emergency spare parts. So up to about 230. But remember, the average age is between 12 and 14 years old. So again, we're not going to be able to do anything without a good increase in the fleet size. I'm happy to say that on the 29th of December, I go to the Public Investment Management of the Ministry of Finance.
PIMSEC.
PIMC, right, to present. So we've gone through the concept stage and we're now going for the approval. And that would be for, you remember that Minister Clark spoke about the 300 buses. I'm trying to get 100 on emergency procurement, which if I'm successful, which I hope to be on the 29th, then if we are able to pay that deposit in the first quarter of next year and pay the balance in the new financial year, then I'll be able to get 100 new buses here between June and September of 2024. Obviously, the other 200 would go into the next financial year, which would be 25, 26. But that in itself will be a huge game changer in terms of the efficiency of the JUTC. On top of which, obviously, these buses will be CNG buses, which is going to have a huge impact on the whole situation of the theft of diesel oil that has been plaguing JUTC for many, many decades. And on top of which, we have done a pilot project on the cashless system to go cashless on JUTC. Again, that will increase the fortunes of JUTC because between the fuel theft and the fare leakage, that's what really puts a big, big dent into the operations and the efficiency of the JUTC. So I'm not hearing the complaints. I've been to the transport, the Affected Transport Center. There were some issues there in terms of the actual condition of the place which I'm addressing. And we are trying to, as I said before, trying to get as quickly as possible some new buses, especially in light of the fact that we expect an increase in JUTC usage with the fare decrease that was announced, obviously, as part of one of the ways to control inflation, as Minister Clark would have indicated. So it's 30% in January and another 20% in April. So by April, you'll see that the JUTC users will be paying 50% less. Obviously, that's going to have an impact in relation to persons moving to use that. And of course, we have to make preparations. I'm in discussions as we speak in relation to what we can do in January during peak hour to have the buses be able to move more freely between the major routes in the morning and the evening. So that's also something that I'm doing.
Minister, we're almost out of time, but have to touch on another of your portfolios, which is energy. And I did see recently your solar lamps project or initiative that you started, but more so people are looking to have electricity in their homes. How has that been going?
I've been going out every Friday because obviously the rural electrification program was returned to my ministry in May. It had moved from my ministry in 2020 to the Ministry of Local Government, but really nothing much happened because there was no resources or personnel within that ministry to be able to run that program. So it is now back with me. Minister J.C. Hutchinson has been given responsibility for it, and we have been going out to JSF and JPS to visit various communities that were either started, because we have a lot of unfinished projects that I'm trying to get finished. We had some money. We had about $300 million that came back with REP. So we're using that money to try and finish up projects that had started already. And obviously I'm going for a big chunk of money in the new financial year because rural electrification to me is one of the most important aspects of energy in my ministry. When you go out there and see what obtains in these communities, it's a threat to life and of course a threat to property because it's a fire hazard the way these people run their crops. And you'd be amazed to see the communities and the type of houses that are built without the basic electricity, legal electricity. So it's a huge. I didn't realize that it was so widespread. And as I said before, it's something that you will hear me speak about in short order because I'm putting together a comprehensive program for the new financial year to try and finish all of the existing ones. And of course, there are so many others that have been scoped but not done because of funding requirements. So I want to thank the JPS because they are working with me to assist in getting the existing ones up. Obviously, it's in their best interest as well. They get paying customers, and of course, obviously, their assets are preserved because you have a number of transformers that blow because of the additional pressure of the illegal illegal connection.
In the last 30, 40 seconds, Minister Vaz, how would you grade your ministry's performance for the year, and what's the overall thrust for next year?
Well, it's difficult because obviously May to now is not a long time. I can say that there were many issues that needed to be dealt with, burning issues, which I think that I've gotten on top of. There's still a lot of work to do, and of course there's a lot of streamlining because obviously you have the transport ministry coming into Ministry of Science, Energy and Telecommunications. So that also is a transition that has my permanent secretary under severe pressure, but we are working seriously, and I think that the country can look forward to better things in relation to transportation overall. Not speaking about just public passenger, I'm talking about air, sea, road and rail. We have some plans for the Jamaica Railway Corporation as well to try and take some pressure off of the roads in terms of moving goods and, of course, moving students to school, which, of course, we do in Linston at the moment, but I want to move that on a wider. And then, of course, most importantly, you're going to see the rollout of the pilot project for the rural school bus system in early first quarter next year, which obviously impacts about 300,000 kids across Jamaica. So we're going to start with the part students while we roll out island-wide rural transportation bus system.
Yes.
And I think that's one of the most exciting things for me in terms of representing a rural constituency.
Davaz, who is...
Thank you very much. And as I said, a lot of work to be done. And this is just this. I'm just scratching the surface.
Davaz, Minister of Science, Energy, Transport, and Telecommunications. That super ministry. Thank you so much.
Let me just say, I'm asking everybody to please, over the Christmas and going into the New Year, remember to drive safely. Don't drink and drive. And remember that I would prefer you to be alive than become a statistic.
Indeed, Daryl Vaz. Thank you so much for your time.
All the best to you listeners.
You too.
Listen up, motorists. Speeding burns more gas. So slow down. The life you save may be your own and also that of your loved ones. Slow down. Save lives and money. The time by the Insurance Association of Jamaica is
11 minutes to 8 o'clock.
At Hawkeye, our mission is to deliver cutting-edge security solutions to help you keep track of the things you value most.
The temperature by Hawkeye is
26 degrees here in Capital City, Kingston, also 26 southwest in Montego Bay.
Every family is counting on financial stability. Every entrepreneur is counting on the power to grow. Every dreamer is counting on a plan to succeed. And in every success story, it's the first step that counts. GK Mutual Funds, with investments in local and international markets, helps you build your own wealth. It's the perfect start to your financial journey. Visit gk-capital.com for more. GK Mutual Funds, powered by GK Capital and Unit Trust Corporation.
Beneficiaries. The PATH payment cycle begins on December 13, 2023. Post offices and payment agencies will deliver payments based on last names up to December 22, 2023. Check the weekend star to find out when and where you should collect. If you miss your date, you must collect between December 27 and December 28, 2023. For more information, call PATH at 876-922-8007 or visit the ministry's website at www.mlss.gov.jm. PATH, advancing your family, developing Jamaica. A message from the Ministry of Labor and Social Security.
Missing persons, may I help you?
Yes, my wife is missing.
Where did you last see her?
In Kemlana Mart. They have huge savings on living room, dining room, bedroom sets.
Really?
And that's not all. There are doors, toilets, tiles, low prices on TVs, fridges, stoves, and more.
Is your credit card missing, sir?
Yes, how you know?
She's still in Kemlana Mart, sir. Go check.
Okay.
I love this place, you see.
Hello, I found her.
Kemlana Mart, you will never want to leave.
From advice, you don't know Lali, Shot and Tali. And I have a message from Bank of Jamaica to the entire Jamaica. That two grand. Hey, if you make change for the 5 grand, 5 grand. Now if you chaffer with the bag of 1,000, just use the brand new 2 grand. Bank of Jamaica, if you tell you the new notes, don't stress them, wash or bleach them. Don't iron or exposed to eat friend. Don't ripen or experiment. Don't crease and don't crush them. Don't bore them, just store them. The new note them, the new note them, the new note them. Hey, from the advice, you don't know Lali, Shot and Tali. And that was a message from Bank of Jamaica. The OJ, them deaf, them better listen to this. Hey, yeah. I didn't even know them. Hey, I didn't even know them. 50, 100, and 5, 1,000. Volume my notes, and the 5 grand. I didn't even know them, bang. Hey, I didn't even know them, yeah.
Minutes going up to 8 o'clock. Thank you so much for staying with us. A recent poll conducted by renowned market researcher Donna Anderson has shown that more Jamaicans are likely to vote in the upcoming local government elections in Jamaica compared to the 2020 general election. The poll, encompassing 1,015 participants across all parishes from November 24 to December 7, targeted registered voters aged 18 and above. Results unveiled that 38% of Jamaicans expressed their inclination to participate in the long-awaited local government elections expected to be scheduled by February 2024.
Simultaneously, slightly over 50% highlighted that concerns of national significance will strongly influence their choices in the upcoming general election. For more on this, we're being joined by poster and CEO of Market Research Services Limited, Don Anderson. Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you both.
Thank you so much. Listeners. Yes, Amen. Thank you so much for joining us here on Nationwide this morning. So we're telling our listeners that the poll findings show that more Jamaicans are likely to vote. Is that so? And did the poll indicate reasons why they're inclined to?
No, we didn't ask them why they intended to vote. Surely those who did not intend to vote, we asked them why they didn't intend to vote, but we would never ask those who say they're voting why they intend to vote, so we don't have that data.
Okay.
All right, but you're correct. 38% of all persons that we interviewed say that they will vote come the local government election scheduled by February next year. All right, which of course means that more persons, if that holds true, and I do question that myself, if that holds true, then it would mean more persons will vote in the February local government than actually did in the 2020 general, all right, which would be unusual, all right. But we take it as it is, that 38% indicate, and we have found that, and we've done some debriefing, that because local government elections have been so much in the air by virtue of consistent postponements and reschedules and so on, there is a lot more engagement at this point in time with local government elections than is normal. All right? I suspect that when we get closer to the situation, we may very well find that for various reasons, that 38% does not in fact pan out.
So that is why you say you do have your doubts when it comes to this 38%.
Yes. I mean, generally, when we ask people about voter intention, the numbers are, 3%, 4% maybe, had an actual turnout for various reasons. On election day, there are challenges. People are incentivized either to go out or not to go out. And that number generally falls by some 3-4 percentage points. We find.
And the margin of error would be 3% based on the poll.
3 percentage points.
Very well. And as it relates to as well, sir, you mentioned earlier that you'd ask the reasons for those who do not intend to vote. What were the reasonings that came out on top?
Yes, largely you could sum it up as being a certain level of disenchantment, distrust. Basically, that they don't believe that local government elections are that important. And there's generally some kind of apathy towards local government elections, and that manifested itself again in the answers that people gave to this particular question. They don't think that it's going to make a difference. They don't think it's all that important. And I think what wrapped up in all of that is the belief that and the knowledge that the local government election does not change who runs the country. So they don't assign the same degree of importance as they do to general.
But then you did ask as well what would influence them or get them to come out and vote. What were the top reasons they gave?
Certainly, they believe that if there was an assurance somewhere along the line or that there was a commitment to provide greater job opportunities, that would definitely motivate them to do so. Accountability. The voting public is now asking for greater accountability from their representatives, and this came out as one of the top 3 reasons. Also, that they'd like to see their representatives far more often. So those are the top reasons why people, what would motivate them, what would drive them to get out to vote on election day.
But at the same time, a lot of people in that very same question, 21% of them were saying nothing would motivate them to come out and vote, which was higher than the top answer for those who did give a reason of what could motivate them to come out, because the job opportunities was at 16%, but nothing was at 21%.
That's correct.
So no matter what, nothing could convince them to show up at the polls.
Exactly. 1 in every 5 Jamaicans interviewed, and therefore projecting 1 in every 5 Jamaicans say that there's nothing that can convince me to vote in a local government election. So there is this apathy, there is this turnout, there is this lack of incentive to go out to vote in a local government election, as is one is going to be held in February.
I see. Could you talk to us about party standings?
Sure.
What is the data telling us as it relates to the PNP and the JLP?
All right. 38% say they intend to vote. So against that background, we also then threw in everybody into the mix again, not that 38% only. We said, okay, elections are likely to be held by February 2024. Will be held by February 24 unless some catastrophic effect takes place. So we expect elections to be. How are you going to vote? We have a 1% difference between the voting intention of the 2 parties related to the 2 parties, so that 23% say they will vote for the Jamaica Labour Party vis-a-vis 22% who say they will vote for the People's National Party. That's a 1% difference in favor of the Jamaica Labour Party.
And to be clear, this is not the voter intention of just the 38 who intend to vote, but
No.
to encapsulate everyone, whether or not they have an intention to vote.
Absolutely. And that's a 1% difference in favor of the Jamaica Labour Party in an environment where the margin of error is plus or minus 3 percentage points. So that's as dead a heat as you can imagine.
Right. Yeah. And the last time you went into the field, this was a question in your poll as well, Mr. Anderson?
For the general elections, we haven't polled nationally for the local government for some time.
Do you intend to be back out in the field before the local government elections are called next February?
Most definitely. But before we get there, I probably want to give you a little bit of breakdown of the profile of the voters of the respective, if you can permit.
Absolutely.
That what's interesting is that amongst the young persons, this is where the Jamaica Labour Party continues to manifest itself, if you wish. But we also know that an environment from the age perspective where the People's National Party has always performed very well. We're finding a substantial number of Jamaica Labour Party supporters amongst the older group as well. All right? so that there's a kind of evenness across the age profile, age cohort, in terms of the support for the Jamaica Labour Party, where the People's National Party continues to be fairly weak amongst the young persons 18 to 24, but is strong amongst those in the 55 to 64 age group. So that's a profile of the persons who say they intend to vote for the respective parties. So there's some very interesting dynamics being revealed in terms of the demographic profiles of the voters to each party.
We hope to have
Yes, we intend to go back. Sorry.
Yes,
we intend to go back in the field.
We hope to have you back, Mr. Anderson, after you've gotten those results to see just before election time what the party standings will be at that time. But thank you so much for coming on and speaking with us this morning.
My pleasure. Always. Thank you.
All right. Don Anderson there, poster and CEO of Market Research Services Limited. We're going to take a break for Across Jamaica.
Front Page was brought to you today by ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business.
Clearing personal, non-commercial shipments at the port? Avoid the wait. Request a contactless clearance through your agent today. It's more efficient. It's secure. The time by the Jamaica Customs Agency is
8:01.
Across Jamaica is brought to you by the Contractor Center. We provide solutions for everyday challenges.
From the mountainside to seaside, countryside to townside, inside and outside, it's Across Jamaica this morning.
With Across Jamaica this Thursday morning, I'm Tona Thomas. Consumers are being encouraged to strategize and reduce their use of cash during the holiday season and even beyond. The advice comes from the Consumer Affairs Commission, CAC, in light of an increase in complaints of challenges in accessing cash at automated banking machines, ABMs. Director of Communications of the CAC, Latoya Halstead, says that those who can should consider online transactions for bill payments and other expenses. She's also urging individuals who must use ABMs to pay keen attention to their surroundings, as persons with nefarious intentions may use it as an opportunity to attack ABM users. Ms. Halstead says persons must also be prudent when shopping this Yuletide season to avoid overspending. Now, a Taurus 9mm pistol with 4 rounds of ammunition was handed over to the Manchester police on Tuesday after the culprits were disarmed during a robbery on Perth Road in the parish. Reports from the Mandeville police are about 7 p.m. The armed men pounced upon the complainants in a bar and robbed them of their properties. The men then proceeded to rob a poker box in the establishment when one of the complainants managed to disarm him. The assailants subsequently fled the scene. The police were alerted, and upon arrival, the gun and ammunition were handed over to them. Now, the Hunts Bay Police seized one Uzi 9mm pistol fitted with a magazine containing 22 rounds of ammunition during an operation on Union Avenue, Kingston 13 on Tuesday. Reports are about 3:30 in the afternoon. Lawmen were on patrol in the area when 3 men were seen walking along the roadway. In a bid to elude the police, the men ran into a yard. The officers gave chase and the men were accosted. A search was conducted of the premises and the weapon was found. The men were subsequently arrested, pending further investigations. Also in Across Jamaica this Thursday morning, 21-year-old Adam Gale, otherwise called Mullah, a labourer of Newlands District in Lioneltown, Clarendon, was charged with unauthorised possession of ammunition following an incident in the parish on Tuesday. The Lioneltown police report that a team of officers, they were on patrol in the area at about 5:40 p.m. when they responded to reports of a man being assaulted by a group of armed men. The police say on their approach to the scene, one of the suspects was pointed out to them. He was accosted and searched when 15 9mm rounds were found in his possession. He was subsequently arrested and charged. His accomplices are still being sought by detectives. Lawmen are appealing to anyone with information that can assist them with their investigation to contact the Lioneltown Police at 876-986-3233, Police 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. Finally, in across Jamaica, a Kingston office attendant was charged for wounding with intent following a stabbing incident at her home on Sunday, November 5. Charged is 42-year-old Deborah Thompson of Kintyre Close, Kingston 6. Reports from the Papine police are about 9:30 in the morning. Thompson and the complainant were at the location when an argument developed which became physical. During the altercation, the accused used a knife to stab her sibling in his neck. The police were alerted and he was taken to hospital where he was admitted in serious condition. Thompson turned herself into the police and was subsequently charged on Tuesday, December 19. And that's it for Across Jamaica. I'm Tona Thomas.
Across Jamaica was brought to you by Contractor Center. We provide solutions for everyday challenges.
Here at Ascent Super Center, you can fill your Christmas list.
It's a December to remember. Get ready for 24 days of deals with the Azan Super Center Super Sale. From now until Christmas, experience the sale event of the season with incredible savings on a wide range of items. There won't be a better time to get all of your gifts, decorations, and everything in between. So fill your Christmas list at the Azan Super Center Super Sale.
So this Christmas, make it Ascent Super Center for sure.
It's a lifestyle.
ABC Electrical takes this opportunity to wish good health and prosperity to all their valued customers and contractors for their business. They send a hearty thank you and gratitude for the support and look forward to serving you even better in the coming year. ABC, a better choice in the electrical business.
Tell me where you get the money transfer. Where you get the money transfer. Where you get the money transfer.
Christmas a come, give our money a run. Ask your sender to select cash pickup and collect your MoneyGram money transfer of $150 or more until December 23 at any Alliance agent for a chance to be one of 14 winners of 100,000 Jamaican dollars from each parish.
Tell me where you get the money transfer.
Conditions apply. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Welcome back to Nationwide this morning, and for the next 10 minutes or so, we'll be continuing our Christmas ornaments. That's how we started the show this morning, but we ran out of time. So if you can hop over to YouTube, our YouTube channel, we're broadcasting on the Nationwide 90 FM live channel, Nationwide 90 FM space, then in caps you have LIVE, Nationwide 90 FM live. So we're broadcasting from that channel today. And if you look on our screen, you'll see that we made a Christmas tree ornament earlier in the program. So where's yours, Michelle? So we can put yours on display as well. Yeah. So now our super producer, Michelle McCray-Smith, Mish is going to have us make, what is it? Another kind of Christmas tree? Is it, Mish?
Candy cane.
Okay, so we're making a candy cane
To put on a Christmas tree.
to put on the Christmas tree, and we have some red and white beads, so quite on theme. Yeah. Red and white beads in our little loop bag. And we have some tissue paper as well, cut vertically. So I'm not sure what Mish is going to have us do with this, but yeah, we have some tissue paper as well. So I'm removing my beads from my loop bag.
Alright, so you would need beads, red and white, and you would need that fuzzy thing with the wires. So
yeah, I'm not sure what this is called as well. Yeah, so Michelle is showing it on camera with her YouTube hand. That's how the vloggers do it, you know.
Yeah.
So just two items.
Just 2 items, and all you do is alternate colors.
Okay, so red then white, red then white.
So you put it on. Oh.
Just push it through the hole, Saeed.
So she says alternate.
So red then white.
Red then white,
or
red
white
then
then red. Okay.
All right. So.
And that's basically it. And you just hang it on the tree.
All right. What's that easy one?
Yeah.
Should I start with this morning?
So you said it's a candy cane, so I'm supposed to bend it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So do it right to the top.
Oh, sorry.
Oops.
Do it right to the top. Okay. All right, I'm going to add a last white one.
So when you get to the top, you just bend the wire to stop it from coming off. And that's it.
So wait, now come off at the bottom. Oh, you have to bend it at the bottom too?
Yes.
So
see it there?
It's a candy cane. And this one I can see it being easily hung to the Christmas tree, even the one in here. So a candy cane, really nice, easy to make. So if you're seeking to find ways to get your kids involved in Christmas activities over the break, this could be one of them. And easy, cheap supplies, perhaps things you can find around the house.
Yeah.
Those beads that they're not wearing anymore for the girls. Yeah. You can just...
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Very neat.
Yeah. See? Hang it on the Christmas tree.
So that's for the candy cane.
And then for the other one, for the tissue paper. So you have 2 strips of tissue paper. 1, 2.
Yes.
And what you are going to do, let me come in the middle right here.
Okay.
Camera over there. So what we're going to do is you place one on top of the other in.
So one is vertical and one is horizontal?
Yes.
Okay. So vertical and place the other in a horizontal form at the top of both.
Yes. And then you alternate, you wrap them.
So what I got?
So I'm folding?
Yes. You fold
okay.
Under.
Fold
and you
under.
Each.
I feel like this is where I'm going to go really wrong.
Okay. Tana, simple something.
He's getting it,
see?
you know.
Have it.
I'm so on one here. So I fold and then what?
Just continue alternating.
So wait, so fold like that? Yeah. I don't think I'm doing it right.
You are trying.
Okay.
Yeah, man, this easy, man.
So fold.
1, 2.
When we were kids, we did this to decorate or
your tree.
I
see.
Sort of a garland kind of thing, and simple.
Oh, so it's a DIY garland.
Yes. And you would take down each end, and when you're through, it should look like this.
Boy, I still don't feel like I'm doing this right.
You are getting it fine now.
Yeah.
Alright, so what do I know? I'm afraid of
You hold both ends. So you hold the 2.
So hold this end now?
And the 2.
The 2.
The 2 parts at the end here, and the 2 parts at the other end.
Okay, so I'm making the final fold.
Parts at the other end, like this.
Yeah,
so I'm supposed to hold.
Yes, sir.
I don't.
Boy, Tana, if you make me get it and you not get it, something wrong.
Wait, what am I doing?
So one part of Tana one is correct, and then another.
You can know whenever the arts and craft.
Oh, I got it. Kind of.
You half get it. You full get it. Yeah.
I got half of it.
Yes. So this is it.
So this is what you usually hang on the tree. You tape it at both sides and you hang it.
But can't I just flip the things? I come out kind of close. So
that is it.
San says it can tell Tana know of a cane roll.
You know somebody can cane right here though.
That you are correct, son. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
That's very nice. So you guys need tape then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can open a salon, you know, if I ever decide to don't do this anymore, I'm going to open a salon. Because this me can cane right here, right?
Or you could use glue. Let me get you guys some glue. Mine was a fail, so I'll have to do it over.
Yeah, and this is it.
So you do to it now. Staple it.
You just tack it at both ends with glue or tape and you put it on.
So I'm getting
put string through it.
the people who are at the top of the class some glue for their
DIY
DIY garland. So I'm going to put it here, stick that side.
Yeah. This is not bad. This is not shabby.
We're going to add these to our Christmas tree in studio. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this morning we gave our parents out there 3 ideas of Christmas tree decorations to do with your kids at home.
I feel like this doesn't add to the tree.
Just tuck it in.
So you can get a zoom up on the tree.
And then we get the candy cane.
Jermaine, get a zoom up on our Christmas tree here in the NTM studio.
To add mine.
Ah, see?
Yeah.
Almost put this.
Adding our DIY ribbons.
Yeah.
And
the candy canes.
You know, the candy cane.
Here you go.
Right here, so yeah.
Add toners.
Yeah.
News commentator JA that says that's the simplest DIY decoration. Yeah.
Nice. Nice and easy.
Anyway,
No alarm.
so Mish, you want to do mine over because yeah. I was a complete fail on that one.
No, it was half fail. You get it halfway.
Yeah. And Carly says as well, I can't cornrow at all, son. Yeah, that's not my portion.
But I can cornrow, so
Yeah.
you know, as
If I have a daughter, I don't think I'll be the one cornering her hair. Take her to a salon or something. Yeah.
Sometimes you learn.
Yeah.
Oh, you can
Or Mish
learn,
says I
yes,
can learn.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I can teach you it in a ton.
I'll make a try. I'll make a first
in that
attempt. If it doesn't
department.
work out, then I just move right along. She'll have to do with bubbles and some.
Well, I guess this is where I have
Do
to
kids
give
still
you.
wear bubbles?
No, not
Bubbles?
really. No, not really.
They do.
Oh, it's just scrunchies now?
Fancy bubbles.
Oh.
Ones that are on trend now, those big ones.
Oh, the big bubbles that are on trend.
You know, no lies. I've always said nerd for no pitney, but I would have a daughter.
Of course.
Yeah, just to do her hair.
Just to do her hair?
She should be a daddy's girl. Yeah.
Only you could guarantee that.
If only you could guarantee that, you know?
News commentator JA says, take that off the tree. No.
News commentator, you're not giving Christmas spirit at all.
Yeah, it's a week of cheer.
Nah, you're not giving Christmas spirit at all.
No, we made the effort. VS Senti says, no bubbles, Tana. Oh, bubble. Frank White says bubbles was a 90s thing. I used to look really good in my bubbles.
Bubbles, yeah, bubbles
Need
are
some more
nice.
glue?
The nice blue and white bubbles with the big twist.
But news commentator JA is saying, yes, they do. So girls still wear bubbles.
Yeah.
Yeah. News commentator JA says, Ton, I'm learning, so you can too. Yeah, I'm not close-minded. I'm willing to give it a try. If it doesn't work out, yeah. I can manage the bubbles and the scrunchies and the ribbons and all that. Yeah. I can do a 5-part.
Wow.
Yeah, two at the top, 2 in the middle, and 1 at the back. I can manage that.
When I just started cornrows, I couldn't do it.
Really?
My cousin came and said, Michelle, I want you to cornrow my hair. But I said, but I can't do it. I can only do it big. Like, if you want it in 2, I could do that. I was like, well, you're going to learn.
And you did.
And she sat down, and it took me hours. And I was just staring her head, and she was like, well, you're going to do it. And I did it.
And just like that, you could cornrow.
Yeah.
So sit on there, there's hope for you, Tana.
Yeah.
There's hope for you.
And I can manage a bit of rope twist, like what you have, Mish.
Oh, the rope twist, that easy. I can lock my eye under that.
Yeah.
Lock my eye under that. Yeah,
Really?
man. Simple thing that, man. You make your hand tired though. Yeah, hand tired after a while.
I can manage that.
Big up Jackie, we made it play in our ear and learn them style there, Yeah, mother, they make me help her do her ear, Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have like a use, Yeah, I get my daughter now.
I started combing my own ear when I was 7.
7? Wow.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. Because, listen, my mother couldn't do ear. So her go-to hairstyle was one part it in two from ear to ear. One
at the back.
One ponytail at the back. One at the side up here and a big plait right here. And because she
I
couldn't
know that hairstyle.
because she couldn't cane row, she would plait and then she would itch it into the next one and plait and itch it into the next one and itch to the next one.
I know those hairstyles.
Wow.
And then let me tell you, Saeed, what they used to do after they finished the hairstyle is to add some kind of accessory, some clipping at the side.
Oh, the clip for hold it down.
No, it enhances the look.
Oh, it enhances.
Yeah.
I see.
I know that hairstyle. I used to see my grandparents
listen
with that hairstyle.
Oh wow.
It terrified me.
Yeah. But me, yeah. As you can see, right now I'm in braids, but year-round YouTubers will know they come on this platform every morning and see me in the same hairstyle. A part down the middle.
Oh, the frill out?
No, a part down the middle, catch it up, and wrap it up at the back, and that's it. Yeah.
Quick and easy.
I really can't manage anything else. I'm not a stylist.
That's why you should have take out the locks. Right, King?
Saeed Bernard.
Make a plan to stay on top of your mortgage. Stick to it. Pay on time. The time by the NHD is
22 minutes after 8 o'clock.
Rent or buy your hurricane supplies from Total Tools. Visit 102 Main Street, Ocho Rios or 34 Slipe Road, Kingston 5. The temperature brought to you by Total Tools Jamaica is
27 degrees in capital city, Kingston 26 Southwest in Montego Bay.
Power in great moments. If you have financial needs, Chris and Charles will fix them for you. Power in great moments since 1992. Oh, we have it all. Power in great moments. Relax, you got Chris and Charles. Oh, we have it all. When you think loans, think Chris and Charles.
I earn hugs and rewards. I earn smiles and rewards.
Whatever you get from giving your gifts this holiday season is made even better when you use your Sagicor Bank credit card, because you'll earn rewards on every dollar you spend. I earn.
Dad, you're the best!
Use your Sagicor Bank credit card to do all your holiday spending and earn the best rewards ever. Conditions apply.
Yes, Kemlani Mart is making deals.
Really? Deals like what?
On scratch, dented, new furniture and appliances.
Oh, that's great.
And that's not all. Kemlani Mart has tiles, toilets, doors at crazy low prices.
So I can make a deal on a sofa set?
Of course, and dining room sets, outdoor furniture, ACs and more. No reasonable offer will be refused.
Only at Kemlani Mart, Manor Center and 77 King Street.
I love this place, you see.
Minutes after 8 o'clock, I often laugh when I have clients and I say, send me a copy of the documents via email. I say sexy angel 58. And so when Jeremy told me his email a while ago, oh, what off? Well, obviously, Jeremy for you.
I think Ricardo was Ricky Flex.
Ricky Flex.
Something like rickyflex@gmail.com.
So funny enough, I've never had one of those emails.
Me
It's
either.
always been my first initial, my last name. But that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I've never had the weird social media names either.
No, the weird social media names is just Ever Bless and Chromatic Goodas, Get a Sparks.
Get a Sparks.
Boy. Trust me, some of the emails that I see, I like the people that use them email to apply for work. I hope not.
Yeah.
But hey.
You guys have been asking a lot to see a picture of me with my locks. Yeah. So I'm going to upload one to. I sent Dermot. I sent you 2 pictures.
Boy, Tanya,
I'm going to upload. I'm going to upload one of them to our YouTube this morning. Gonna put it on a split screen.
So for your New Year's resolution, you're gonna go back to the locks?
No, I don't think so. It was a lot of work.
You're not
Locks care
at all.
Locks care is a lot of work.
That is true, you know, locks care is a lot of work, but let me tell you, a good pair of locks, a good locks.
Yeah, a whole lot of work and a whole
You
lot
have trouble with your locks?
You know I can't.
Yeah, but locks is nice though. I've helped to make and break locks before. You know, I'm not talking a padlock either. Yeah, help somebody pull out them locks, you know. Did hard though. And tired.
Wow.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
must
man,
have been a
bit
lot of
tired.
work indeed.
But trust me, when you take care of your locks and you have a nice head of locks, yeah man. Shampoos, my locks and beer things.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
The right products to get it groomed and all of that.
My thing is, I would lock my hair in, but my thing is the time for sit down in a one seat.
That too.
Nah, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I like a barber. 20 minutes and I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like Ricardo thought it was a joke. And I said I had locks, but yeah, it's true. Anyway, taking your calls, the numbers 630-937-124, 630-937-124, and 618-8255.
Look at that picture with the locks resting on her shoulder. No man, Dana Selassie's not pleased at all.
So there you have it. That's the picture. Yeah. That's the...
So she used to wear a turban too? No man.
It wasn't turban, but I used to wrap my hair sometimes, yes.
You were right, King. Selassie's not pleased at all.
So...
Jaja.
Yeah. There's a picture. So you guys next year, no, you won't have to bother me. You won't have to bother me next year about this. Yeah. I've shown you the picture. No, next year don't ask me about locks. Aviana Williams says, yeah, it looked nice. Yeah. Yeah, it was a good time.
Oh,
yeah,
Lord.
It was a good time.
No, sir.
Jermaine is giving me a mouthful. Oh, my goodness. Because he claims to be a Rasta.
Don't say that. The man is a bald Rasta. Remember, the
Arlene Rowe here
being a Rasta
says,
is not in the hair alone, you know. Tell her, no, King.
It's beautiful.
That's
Yeah.
crazy, though. Well.
First call of the morning. Thank you for saving me, Carl. Good morning to you. Carl, good morning to you.
Morning. Wishing all the best for the season.
You too, Carl.
Saeed, I wish you a young man, a young son or a young daughter next year.
Next year, Carl? Jesus,
Yeah.
Carl. So quick.
Yeah, man.
Carl,
I must say we economy I do good now, man. Very good.
Carl, you're not let you go out it.
Anyhow, Said, we never want to get in politics. As you know, feast time now and having a drink and all of that. But I heard Six Jackson yesterday morning. And I have to remind Six Jackson say it's not PMP in a government. It's the Jamaica Labour Party is in government. Six Jackson cannot tell the voting government how to run a country. So if you want to go fix Jackson, go and put it inside the court from now. And not care what you do, Fix Jackson. The border them will be cutting and you won't left inside.
But you know, Carl, there's the opposition is there for a reason.
Yeah,
they're not just there, or the government is not just there. The executive to sit and have a free hand to. The opposition is there for a reason.
Yeah,
so there's nothing wrong with Fitzjackson coming and making his points if he wants to.
Yeah, but
he's free to do that.
Opposition is always opposing, and then we get the opportunity for 18 years. Six Jackson should even talk about Portmore people now. Because when they take with it, the people them road over Portmore, Bobby Pickers Gill tell them say, and when a man was grilling Bobby Pickers Gill and asking him question which Said is a very excellent lawyer. More than one time I hear him inside the court. And the man was grilling Bobby Pickers Gill in turn to the man and asked if a paying time of the month.
Oh, well, I don't know if
you can go and search for it. The clip them is there. And I'll know if it wasn't for this government, Mandela Highway wouldn't improve. That was one of what they give to the people them in Portmore. That they was going to improve Mandela Highway. We never want to get into this season, no. But here in Six Jackson yesterday morning, we did really want to get on.
All right, Carl.
To remind Six Jackson that is not PMP in a government. When you look at it, one more second before you move. When you look at what a man who wants to run against my member of parliament, the clip them is out. A war against the bush walk down in a Clarendon. That's all I will say. I not don't get the clip.
All right, Carl.
All right, Carl. Thank you so much for calling. David, you're next.
You have the clip?
David, you have your radio on? David? Not hearing David. Who's next? Yeah. So trying to connect. David has on his radio. Has to turn off his radio because we'll get our feedback. Yeah. So the numbers 630-937-124 and 618-8255. So I'm being told there's a clip in relation to what Carl just mentioned. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll try to pull up that clip because I didn't see it. So is it that in the clip you had residents of both political parties arguing? Oh, a councillor stopped people from working.
Really?
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, if we can pull up the clip of that. Yeah, if we can pull up the clip of that, we can play it for viewers. Yeah, trying to find that clip. But yeah, still taking your calls this morning. What is on your mind? The holidays, or is it like Carl, you still have politics on your mind this morning? Do let us know. We have some time to engage with you. And we're looking forward as well to tomorrow that you all will gear up to call us. Call us with your Christmas greetings.
Oh, yes. All three of us will be hosting tomorrow.
Yes. Call us with your Christmas greetings, who you want to shout out, what kind of Christmas you will be having. All of that we want to know as well. And we're planning a fun show for you. Hopefully nobody calls about politics tomorrow. It's a final show. It's a final show of the year. Yeah. So we want to be festive, be fun, as we had indicated on Monday. It's a week of cheer, right?
David, you're back?
David?
David.
All right, let's take the break and then come back with David.
sardine for the chef and the beginner. Follow the one with pepper, that are the winner. Shop on supermarkets, everybody selling.
Sardines, follow the better flavor.
The time is
8:35.
Season's greetings from Ashburn C. Simon and Company. They wish for you, their partners, and valued clients a blessed Christmas and a new year filled with happiness, health, and prosperity. They sincerely appreciate your continuous support and the privilege to serve you and your organization. They look forward to serving you in the new year and beyond. Keep safe and enjoy the holidays. ACS & Co. We don't just crunch numbers, we add value.
From advice, you don't know Lali, Shot and Tali. And I have a message from Bank of Jamaica to the entire Jamaica. That you know they are two grand. Hey, if you make change for the 5 grand, 5 grand. Now for chaffer with the bag of 1,000, just use the brand new 2 grand. Bank of Jamaica, if you tell you this, the new note, don't stress them. Wash or bleach them. Don't iron or exposed to each friend. Don't ripen or experiment. Don't crease and don't crush them. Don't bore them, just store them. The new note them. The new note them. The new note them. Hey, from whenever I said I know Lali, Shot and Tali. And that was a message from Bank of Jamaica. The OJ, them deaf, them better listen to this. Hey, yeah. I didn't you know them. Hey, I didn't you know them. 50, 100, and 5, 1,000. Polymer notes, and the 5 grand. I didn't you know them, bang. Hey, I didn't you know them, yeah.
Attention! If you are a member of JPS and Partners Cooperative Credit Union Limited and your loan has been delinquent for over a year, you may be eligible for our loan amnesty facility. Settle your principal amount by December 29, 2023 and we'll waive a percentage of your interest payment. Start the new year right with a Christmas gift to you. Clear your loans and improve your credit rating now. Conditions apply. JPS and Partners Cooperative Credit Union Limited, your financial partner for life.
Celebrate the magic of home with Ashley Furniture Home Store. Serve up some seasonal delights this Christmas on exquisite dining pieces starting at $129,999. Indulge in relaxation with comfortable lounge pieces starting at $89,999. Enhance your sanctuary with bedroom pieces starting at $118,999. Elevate your space with financing options from 6 to 36 months. Ashley Furniture Home Store. This is home. Offers end December 27. Conditions apply.
Touching lives every day, all through the holidays. A part of all you do. Sagicor, make you feel secure. Reaching out for more, we'll always see you through. Reach for more, whatever you're dreaming for this Christmas time. We'll help you achieve them. You're never alone. Taking care of your Christmas needs, take care of your New Year's dreams. Every day helping you succeed. That's what Sagicor means. Today's needs, tomorrow's dreams. Sagicor.
Welcome back to Nationwide this morning. Still taking your calls. David?
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, I have 3 quick points. You see, the ATM machine problem what we have. You see,
Yes.
why them not install ATM at the stations, the police stations?
You mean all of the police stations? Because they do have them at some of them.
Well, they need it more in the stations because when they have it at the stations, you know, you're going to have less dishonesty take place and all those things. So they need to install them at the stations because we get to understand that Victoria Mutual Billing Society kind of draw back on them ATM machine.
No, man, they're all open again.
They're all open again.
Yes, they.
But when you go to the ATM machine, you can't get no cash very easy
trust me.
days.
Trust
But them can put them at the station. So whenever the Brinks truck come to load the machine, them can be able to be more safer. They feel more safer when the machine is at the station.
Yeah,
And
but
them
you
need a
couldn't just
ATM.
have ATMs at the ABMs at the stations, do you know?
Hello?
I'm saying I get your point, but you couldn't just have them only at the
I
police
didn't say
stations.
only. I never use the word only.
Okay.
You know.
You're just saying
I never use
that's
the
where
word
they
only.
can consider.
Eh?
You're just saying that's a place they can consider.
Yes, and
But what of the others then? You know? What of the others?
What do you mean by that?
Meaning the others that won't be at police stations. The risk is
No,
still
yeah,
there.
you can continue doing, you know, you can continue having the machine at various points.
Mm-hmm.
And the traffic court, the traffic court, they need an ATM in the traffic court too. That anytime you get a charge to pay some money,
Yes.
you can just go downstairs and just draw it from the. You understand?
I
From
do.
the ATM and pay same time.
We need to have card machines there, though.
Huh?
We really should have card machines.
Well, even card machine are ATM. And the next point, I heard people talking about say the PNP was in power for 18 years and them not do nothing and all that. But that don't have nothing to do with Mark Golding, you know, because Mark Golding wasn't the leader of PNP for 18 years. Mark Golding is a new leader of the PNP party. And the people need to give him a try. You can't blame Mark Golding for the 18 years what PNP went through. So what Mark Golding need to do, he need to tell the public that stop putting the blame on him because he never was the leader for the PNP for the 18 years. So you can't say, boy, you're not going to vote for Mark Golding because the PNP didn't do nothing much in the 18 years. Because every leader have a different style. And Mark Golding is not going to be just like our PJ on the country.
It's
the
burden.
Hello?
It's a burden the political leaders that inherit a party will bear. But I get your point. And I think one way the leader of the PNP could do that now is to... Persons have always been asking to hear those policy moves, those projects that the PNP will come with if it is that they're elected into government. And what I've always heard from many callers who call in and people on the streets is that they're not quite convinced yet with the package that is being presented, the little that they've heard from the party.
Well, when the PNP did have them last conference, I heard a lot of things what Mark Golding say he will be implementing.
And some of the people, again, are saying, David, that, okay, we've heard this before, but you haven't quite fleshed it out how we want it or told us how you're going to fund it.
And do everything, man. But people...
No, that's not true. That's not true.
People talk more than listen, you know.
But I'm saying to you, it's not true that some of those talking points, he's gone into details and said, for example, people saying, how are you going to fund this and all that? Those are the questions people are asking and they haven't been answered. So I'm saying if they can come now and give some more details on those initiatives or those policy positions that they have for the people, then perhaps they'll be able to convince more people of where they intend to go if it is that they form government.
Well, all I can say, people need to stop blaming Mark Golding for the 18 years. And the last
It's the
thing,
burden he bears, but yes.
The last thing, I heard them talking about Portmore to turn our new
Parish?
New what?
Parish. Mm-hmm.
The government of Jamaica cannot even able to pay for street lights. And them talk about Portmore for turn. Listen, man.
So you're against it.
Them can't even pay for street lights.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of street light is turned off because the government is very, very reluctant to pay for street lights. And I'm talking about they don't want to import more. Listen, man, them can't even maintain nothing. You understand? What them do? Them build up things, and when they build up the things, them can't maintain it.
Okay,
things
so
down.
your point is that they should focus on what they already have instead of...
Yeah, because them can't maintain nothing. Them can't maintain nothing.
Are you a resident of Portmore?
No, I'm a resident of Jamaica. But
Come
what
on,
I'm
fine.
saying to you...
David, let's not be contentious. I was just seeking to find out if you're one of those persons who reside in Portmore.
Oh, no.
So you have a proximity to the issue, meaning a resident of
No,
here.
what I'm saying, the government can't even maintain nothing what them bill.
Okay.
They can't even pay for street light. Because a lot of street light around the island turn off because the JPS complain. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So, turning Portmore in a parish don't mean nothing because them can't maintain what them bill. You understand what I mean?
All right, David.
Yes, we need a minister of maintenance in this island.
A minister of maintenance, David
Yeah, man,
says.
a minister of maintenance in this country.
All right, David.
Because them always a build thing and them can't maintain it. Them allow the thing to run down.
Mm-hmm.
All right then, cool.
Yeah. I take your point, David. There have been a lot of things in the country which could be better maintained. Or roads. One of them.
I can't agree though that again it's the thing that the leader of a party has to bear. Just as how the PNP had their 18 years, and I hear the PNP say as well that of the last 14-15 years since that 18 years the PJP has been in power for 10 of those years. So tomatoes and tomatoes really. The leaders of the parties have to bear the history and the future of the party.
Yeah, can't
That's just
separate
to my mind.
yourselves from that.
And one leader, or leaders rather, you can say, hey, that happened, but this is what we're going to do.
Yeah. Juliet Sanchez, don't want me talk about what is not being maintained, but it's true. You drive on these roads every day. Some of them are not being properly
Let's not get
maintained.
us started on that part.
Yeah, some things need better maintenance. That's just a fact. You
Merry
have
Christmas.
some things that are being maintained, and you have some they need better maintenance.
Absolutely.
That's a fact.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year when it comes.
Yeah, please. Tomorrow, merriment. Don't call us about politics tomorrow. It's our final day of broadcast. Yeah, want to enjoy it, but 8:48 on the clock. Gonna take your birthdays after.
When you show your teeth, you're confidently showing the world your pure smile. Pure Smile Jamaica makes your smile feel like they offer a wide array of services from cleanings, fillings, special needs treatment, extractions, root canal therapy, child dentistry, and more. Visit them at Unit 12 Barbican Business Center, 888 Barbican Road, or call 876-831-6552. Pure Smile Jamaica, changing lives, transforming smiles, and healing people through dentistry.
It's a beautiful day.
Let's dance in style, let's dance for a while. Heaven can wait, we're only watching the skies. Hoping for the best, but expecting the worst. Are you gonna drop the bomb or not? Let us die young or let us live forever. We don't have the power, but we never say never. Sitting in a sand pit, life is a short trip. The music's for the sad man. Can you imagine when this race is won? Turn our golden faces into the sun. Praising our leaders, we're getting in tune. The music's played by the madman. Forever.
It's that time of the morning when we tell some very special people happy birthday or happy anniversary. On the list, happy birthday to Detective Sergeant Rennie Lele White there at the St. James Police Division. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday as well to Sergeant Marlon Oldfield at the St. James Police Division as well. Sergeant Clossil Clark at the National Police College of Jamaica. Laverne Morris, that's Superintendent Laverne Morris, who is at Roads and Works in Trelawney, and Wayne Tulsi there in Westmoreland. Happy birthday to you. It's also the birthday of Eladio Garth. Hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Happy birthday to you, Mr. Garth, there in St. James. And happy birthday to Kim Marie Atkinson Green over there in the USA. Happy birthday to you, Kim Marie Atkinson Green. All of these greetings are coming from Sergeant Wallace.
And, of course, happy birthday greetings to our Facebook peeps. Happy birthday to Tennille Higgins, Carol Narcisse, Shanna Gordon, Sweetness Shantoya, Shannon Anderson, Fidel Moulton, Simon Stewart, Unique Chantel, and Jackie Dixon. Happy birthday to you, our Facebook peeps.
Over on YouTube, Arlene Rose sending birthday greetings to, she says, one of my best friends, Violet Panton, aka Cherry, over there in Portland. Happy birthday to you, Cherry. Coming from your BFF, Arlene Rowe. Hope you have a good one. Scrolling down on the YouTube chat to see if there's anybody else who's celebrating a birthday or an anniversary. That seems to be the list for this morning. So happy birthday. Oh, here's one. Aviana Williams sending happy birthday greetings to her cousin. Is this Clavershan Charlie, aka Andrew, who is in Boston. Happy birthday to you, Charlie. Wishing you all the best from your cousin, Aviana Williams. And I am winning right now says, happy birthday to my big sister, Weena Brown. Hope you have a good day. So happy birthday to you, Weena, coming from I am winning right now. Yeah. Any more birthdays? Gone over into the YouTube chat. We're on Nationwide 90 FM Live. That's the channel we're broadcasting from this morning. So, Herman, could you repost your birthday? You said you sent me one. I'm not seeing it. Repost so that we can wish your special person a happy birthday. Another one for you, Frederick Bolton sending happy birthday to his cousin, Ken Williams, there in Yalis. Happy birthday to you, Ken. And Frederick also sending birthday greetings. Oh, well, it's the birthday anniversary of his late aunt, Miss Joyce Bolton. So, yeah. Any more? Here's another. Happy anniversary, Aviana says, to my best friend, brother and sister Samuels. Okay. So, brother and sister Samuels. So, the Samuels are celebrating their anniversary today. So, happy anniversary to them. Aviana saying, wishing you many, many more years of wedded bliss. And I'm still looking for Herman's birthday. Okay, here it is. And she says, birthday greetings to her brother, Danny. Happy birthday to you, Danny. It's your cake day. It's your birthday. Happy birthday, Danny. Hope you have a good one coming from your sister, Herman Hyatt.
So today is the beginning of the winter solstice. Yeah. The winter solstice happens. It occurs in December. Starts today, December 21. That's at 10:27 p.m. Later this evening, tonight actually. And the winter solstice, also known as the hibernal solstice, occurs when either of Earth's poles reaches its maximum tilt away from the sun. And this happens twice yearly, once in each hemisphere. So for that hemisphere, the winter solstice is the day with the shortest period of daylight and the longest night of the year, and when the sun is at its lowest daily maximum elevation in the sky. Yeah. So today, so this means shortest night, darkness. Yeah. Place like a dark up. Yeah. So the winter solstice starts today. Yeah. Short day. Very short day.
Some more birthdays for you. Bringing back the people to the light. C. Hilton.
I see what you did there.
C. Hilton Sending happy birthday greetings to Ashrel Hilton of Whitewater Meadows. Happy birthday to you. Hope you have a good one. And I did see another. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. Angela Jones is sending happy anniversary. She says to my son Gregory Jones and his beautiful wife Merrick Williams Jones from all the families. A happy anniversary to the Williams. Hope you guys have a good one. Yeah, and Amarildo Mackenzie sending happy birthday greetings to daughter it's on the 26th, so it's not today, Amarildo, but when it comes, Aliana Mack, happy birthday to you. Hope you have a good one on that day.
God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do.
And a final one before we go. Linda Ming sending happy birthday greetings to her friend Brian Brown in Portmore. Happy birthday to you, Brian. Hope you have a good one as well. But that's about it for the show. Thank you so much for tuning in to Nationwide this morning. Thanks so much to our technical operator, the musical maestro himself, Jermaine King. Thanks to our super producer, Michelle McCrae Smith. Thanks as well to our super editor, Cara Powell. Thanks to our deputy executive editor, George Davis. And thanks to Ricardo Brooks in the newsroom. Up next is the Consumer Hour with Norgay Banton. And at 10, Cliff Hughes Online. I'm Tawna Thomas.
I'm Saeed Bernard.
Good morning.
May you grow up to
You've just heard Nationwide this morning on Nationwide 90 FM.
May you always know the truth and see the light surrounding you. May you always be courageous, stand upright and be strong. And may you stay forever young.
Fearless and fair. Nationwide 90 FM.
For the past few years, Jamaica has been steadily seeing improvements in its economic